Oh, hell yeah. I got another charge.
This guy.
I'm going to make you high on health. You should have said high on
You're
health.
like overheal me. Is that a thing? Are you gonna give me temporary hit points?
Of course, Rusty, if I can.
It's a reaction.
I know. It's better now.
It's something to D10 damage to it in response. It's literally in response.
Oh, that's really good.
I just stab people.
Oh, that's
you're
cool.
British.
Doesn't
Yes.
look like the creatures.
So I can use wild shape 2 times per long rest, and then I regain 1 expended use after finishing a short rest. That's so cool.
Druids are broken.
And then I can either use a wild shape spell slot or a wild shape slot or a spell slot to summon my familiar.
It's the Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
No, no, I find not on.
The Wi-Fi.
When you get access to Albears,
Well, not for me.
I got question marks.
Just reconnect.
Always are CR
Always a big
3. So only
So,
not, I think it's level 5. It should be level 5.
Wi-Fi have to
It's a quest link or was it?
No, no, it's not level 5. It should be, I think it's only level 9. Yeah, because it's my current level, my current druid level divided by 3.
you can scan.
Oh wait, never mind.
So that's why I can now
That's
already
Maybe
get
just kick the others.
CR1 things. Ooh, this is gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
so
ritual
fun.
casting.
Oh, fantastic. So you can actually manage here.
you can touch yourself, what?
And
Yeah.
also, I get.
Yo, we're live.
I can also do that.
No. That's bard stuff. None of your bards.
I'm stupid enough to think I am.
Well.
True.
Multi-classes into bar.
When I shoot the multiclass into rogue, just to trigger.
Imagine a bard rogue, you just come behind them. Blah.
I cast
Dad, or what I'm
stealth.
thinking today, I want to finish
you
this
need
off.
to
Go
have-
and sit on the couch and sleep.
Right.
What, a wizard that
I think
can
we're okay.
increase the size of your instrument.
Hi.
The size
So you stab an ancient person,
Then
and
enlarge.
you start playing it.
The size of your instrument, alright.
Small violin.
I'm gonna play when I kill a ranger for sassing me today.
Look, I just had a brilliant idea. It's like when you're about to
Plain
swing your
complaint
knife
to go through all that
right
effort.
before it hits him.
It's still not enough for Gordon Ramsay.
Turns into a cello.
I hope you can't cast decrease size on
I need to
If we
check
do, you're gonna be a little speck.
Can't
I need to
Fireball,
check
no
the
way.
access
I'm
point.
Beast
going to
doesn't
this
show,
specific
isn't it?
system. We're going to be smaller than an atom.
I
Beast
need to
doesn't
check
show
it
now.
If you can cast
You added
We're gonna be
Is it
fighting
object
demons,
only?
he's gonna be fighting amoebas.
Just keep the player's handbook ready because all your stuff should be there.
I need to check if
all
the
your
large
things are
one
It's
is
going to take me 3
should
years.
work on
Oh,
people.
let me
It's
just
going to
Shit.
take me 3 years just to get
Yeah,
the person that I'm
It would work the best with our
See?
druid.
Does cantrip
One of my
Owl
allies
bear.
is a
Does cantrip
Check.
take spell slots?
go to
I know,
yeah,
but I'm saying
later.
if they enlarge your owl bear, you jump
It's
on
gonna
it
be
and
active
you
now. Now he starts.
That's why wizard
He's a baby.
is considered machine gun.
baby.
Let me DM. Don't complain. Just let me. DM.
Yeah.
I've already given you tens of thousands of stuff. You can't still have everything you want. This is not World of Warcraft, and even there you have to be patient. Remember, like with your
In fact, with your
warlock, you
teammate,
start
as he's
with a
about to
teeny
stab
tiny
someone, you
nothing.
enlarge him and he
It's the
misses.
same principle.
He just goes whoop over the head.
Let your legend grow.
Or you make his
Remember, I'm telling your story.
No, you're only allowed to use it.
Let your legend grow. Also,
Not objects.
if you check under your actions,
Imagine throwing a dagger and enlarging it in the day.
These dice have it so well.
Could have crashed it.
all it should be under your attacks. Can you?
I got these from
Yeah. So if you look here,
I'm the easiest to throw.
beast of the man. There's your stuff.
reduce. I have two.
And then it even tells you. So look there. It tells you your armor class.
I
So
won't
it's
use
already
this
added your
anymore.
wisdom. It tells you your HP. It's already added that. It gives you your saving throws. You can see strength saving throw, dex, constitution, wisdom, charisma, all of that stuff. It gives you your passive perception, and it tells you primal bond. Add your proficiency 2. So your proficiency bonus is 2. Everything is there. Everything is there.
thought
It's
we
there.
should-
Show me
I know the
an
barbarian
action
can do
bonus thing.
They're ready to be
It uses
Yeah.
your bonus action.
We almost got
Not
drowned
so you
in
mark it
the-
off on your side.
Use your
I
Trying
don't
to
see
wash
the
me in the
massage.
fucking the horse
Just watch
thinking.
body.
I don't know how to use
Just
this.
imagine him though. Reduce him to a small enough size. Put him
I
in
will
the
tell you
same-
when your bonus action is used because you don't tick off
Just
your
throw him
bonus. You
towards
get bonus action per
the
round
ranger.
of combat.
Put him in the
You
boat.
don't tick it
On
off.
the arrow.
You tell me you want the beast to attack. I tell you that's your bonus action. So you don't need to worry about that. But if you look here, there's your creature's HP.
Oh, that
as
cowboy
also
that's going
if
down
it
with
gets
me.
hit, bam. Once per long rest, you can touch the creature and they gain 2d4 HP. So
Yeah.
you can go, hey,
Just land
listen,
him with this.
get better, nerd.
I can heal my own beast.
There, 2d4.
Oh, there's game
So
rolls.
match you can do like 8 HP.
Yo,
That's only
but
if you roll
play
in your-
on the-
If you only
Um,
roll.
I mean,
And then here,
yeah, that
you've
makes
got
sense.
restore
I'm like
beast,
really trying.
you've got
Yeah,
slow,
that's why there
You've got a
the game
longbow,
log basically
longbow.
has mine where I
unarmed strike. This is what
accidentally
your
hit
beast
the
can
thing
do.
while I was like
Well, this is more what you can do.
working on my
Because
character.
your beast can't use
Okay.
a short sword.
Yeah.
But there you go. It's like a little bonus
Check the
action.
game
Everything is in there, including your beast.
What the
If you have questions,
60-20.
that's where you'll find it. Okay. Cool, 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 cool.
Oh.
Who's been introduced to me?
And a cantrip is something you
Everyone
use all
needs
the
it
time, right?
for
Yo.
Daniel.
I mean, like name wise.
A cantrip?
I don't remember.
I don't know how.
What about a
they
cantrip?
speak.
Cantrip is something
I
you
don't
can use
know.
without.
You can use it without expending a spell slot, but it'll still be a bonus action.
I don't know yet.
No, I don't
Oh,
think
is
it's
it?
No,
like-
I thought
Yeah,
more
if you
less
cast it in the middle of something, it's still a bonus action.
Okay.
It's still a bonus action.
No one
Right.
I think you guys know my name.
No, it's
Yes.
not.
Oh, I
Remember-
meant you guys. Your body.
I don't know.
And you did shot the shit out of him.
Because we came to the second bed, I guess we were about.
Cool.
You know your character's name, right?
Dun,
Really,
dun,
I really
dun.
hope all of you know your characters' names by now. It would be real
No.
shocking if you didn't.
I don't remember who I was introduced to, so I'm just trying to figure that quickly.
None of you know anything about each
I
other.
know, I
We
just
need to
names.
concentrate that a bit this time round.
We formally met, kind of like naming.
Oh.
I think so.
Because
You
we're
were
all
in the
traveling
tavern.
with each other and we all don't trust each other.
For good reason. You're all
No, I
shady
heard-
people.
I know I heard.
I just love people.
And
I'm the only nice person. These bitches, yeah, when they introduced themselves to me, were snotty little shits.
I'm playing my
You were.
character.
I know.
Episode 1 you were.
As a panther, I was lying right next to
No,
her.
yeah, but that's different.
No, it's not.
Remember,
I'm playing my
first
character.
impressions.
I don't know you.
The fear.
No, in game.
In
As
game.
in character, I don't know you.
Right, peoples?
I don't know.
Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 5 of The Legend of Urak. Just a couple of announcements. We are getting closer to 500 subscribers, so we'll be giving that dice giveaway real soon. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, do the thing. Tell your friends. We're playing D&D. This is for all the nerds out there. Our players recently dinged level 3, so yay! Gloves are
Do
off.
cool stuff.
Gloves off. Oh.
Gloves are off. So,
Were they ever on? Yeah.
did you die?
You didn't die.
Did you die?
No, but he almost
He
did.
pretty much did.
To be fair, they both put themselves in situations, so it's not on me. Now, if I had spawned a beholder, then
What the-
then it might be.
Behold, behold.
Right. So
Disengage, run away.
If there's a beholder, I'm just gonna list these
let's settle in. I just want to make sure if everything is still live. By the way, anyone in the chat, just let us know if the streams are still going. Just to make sure that internet issues don't persist.
Did you place your call?
Hmm? No, it's fine. So, I don't have hard drive space.
Oh.
terrarium
Oh
still.
no.
A lot of hard drive space that needs to be taken care of. Anyway. Previously, our weird, wonderful band of very
Mystery.
colourful adventurers in all shapes, different sizes, different races, much to the chagrin of some people, banded together in the capital of the water faith. Just need to get my cities correct, yeah? The capital of Amazonia, Aurelia. Here they were tasked previously to retrieve a tome of some particular value to one of the guards within the city. And upon going towards the fabled library, they discovered that it was locked down due to an investigation of a missing person, to which they were introduced to some of the forgotten Amazonian tribes. The leader of the Amazonian tribe, thank you, Adea, offered them a reward to discover the true nature of what had happened in the library, since they were pretty close to the head librarian. Sneaking pretty decently by, despite some people's armor going cling clang, they managed to get into the library. With a couple of failed trap checks, the one tiefling was met with a watery spray down a beautiful flight of stairs, landing flat on their ass. They went into the library and started looking for books, not knowing that a trap had been laid for them. Upon entering and looking around, they discovered the body of the head librarian, who had been reanimated as a zombie, in which 4 skeletons, 2 warriors and 2 flaming skeletons, had emerged and damaged the party pretty significantly. Some members going down, some members falling off bookcases, some members unable to hit skeletons. The head necromancer had been slain, almost abducting Trafir in the midst of battle, being saved by Twapper, who had a moment of clarity, being able to save his compatriot. A note had been found disclosing that Trafir was the chosen one and that they needed to get him. Bloodied and bruised, you guys decided to head back the same way and stealthily, shockingly, made yourselves back to the tavern, where you guys went to go and rest. All of you find it difficult to sleep this evening. You find yourselves restless.
Me holding his leg.
Twapper dies in his sleep from stupidity. From sheer brain aneurysm of thinking what 2 + 2 actually is.
19.
The DM is going to fail at this.
Question about the elves. Do we find it hard to meditate?
You find it hard to meditate. Sleep does not come easy for you this evening.
It certainly does.
Neither does opening the vessel.
I'm getting there, okay? This is not part of the D&D thing.
Yes, sus.
Some of you keep yourselves busy summoning familiars, others wallowing in self-pity from PTSD, others wondering whether their cover has been blown, and generally others sweating from the recent battle that had come. Soon enough, you slip into unconsciousness. Who hears of the Fire Faith? Only you. Neems, you find yourself... What is your familiar, first of all?
Explain your familiar.
Explain your familiar and how you summoned it.
I have decided to. My I wanted to go with Raven, but a little bit too on the nose. I'm thinking of going either Raven or Hawk.
It's up to you, but I'll need to know.
I'm thinking of, let's just keep it Hawk.
Okay.
Not as obviously.
And describe the look of your hawk for me, please.
My Hawk is, I want to, just for appearance sake, change it to a falcon. It looks like a peregrine falcon. It's smaller in size than most birds, but it's fast, very fast. But because of me being for the fire faith and unable to not show off, I'm going to say that when perched near me, or on my arm or on my shoulder, there's a slight smoke coming off its feathers.
Nice. Cool. So you spent a good 10 minutes, but you found it difficult to focus. Your mind racing. The curiosity in the city is piquing your interest, despite it being of an opposite faith, which you had been told from a young age it should be abolished. That the water faith is not, it is a blight on Urak. But something intrigues you. Something about the air, something about the very nature of the city itself. You find it difficult to focus your energies into summoning your falcon, but eventually, with a flicker of flame, and a very faint flicker, you summon your falcon. You see the smoke trickling as it sits perched on you, and you notice the smoke very subtly. It's got a very distinct smell. It's not something you can pinpoint, but it's something that reminds you of home. Something that reminds you, no,
I'm sorry.
no,
Lava chicken.
no,
Shut the
no. I will Ozzy Osbourne your falcon, I swear.
I said nothing.
Anyway,
She doesn't know, explain it to her.
He bit a bat's head off
Yeah.
on stage.
he bit a pigeon's head off.
A bat as
No,
well.
it was a bat.
It was a
Ooh,
pigeon.
Where?
At
It was
one
a
of his
pigeon.
shows. A bat as well. He's done it with a bat.
He's an idiot.
When
Anyway,
Ozzy Osbourne actually went.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
he's some ritualistic narcissist in Urak. He got dealt with ages ago.
He's dead.
You eventually slip into sleep, and you find yourself transported back home. You see the visage of your wife standing in the kitchen, just cooking one of your favorite meals. It smells home, smells comfortable.
Wife.
My wife.
what fuck that?
You start thinking about your parents as you're sitting there at the table. You can see your wife talking, but no words come from her mouth. But that doesn't matter. You're comfortable. You feel at home. You start thinking about your parents. Nothing sad, just a faint bit of disappointment, a little bit of resentment. You know your parents, but you don't know your parents. And somewhere deep inside you, there's this burning sensation of why? Why did they do what they did? You have no resentment towards your teacher. Your teacher's been there for you through thick and thin, instilling that burning hunger for knowledge deep within you. But you feel unsatisfied. You feel unsatiated. The thirst just does not quench. And you suddenly feel around you these flicker of flames until your vision is consumed by embers. You catch the smell of burning flesh. You hear distant screams. And then silence. Your body's on fire, but you don't feel any burn. You don't feel the heat. And with all the anxiety going on around you, you're suddenly calm. And before you stands 4 embers. 1 red, 1 orange, 1 yellow, and 1 blue. They tower over you. 10, 15 feet tall. Columns of fire. You kind of put your hands up. The brightness just a little bit much. And out of the embers, you see 4 entities walking out. Purely made of flame. As the columns subside into their form. And they kind of stand around you in a square. And they just look. You hear multiple voices coming from everywhere. It sounds omnipresent in your head. And you swear all 4 of them are speaking to you at the same time, but their lips do not move. Nothing moves on them. They just stand there burning. Urak is in danger. You have been chosen. We offer you our aid. Not everything is as it seems. Satisfy your knowledge. Be not guarded. They disappear.
Sushi!
My familiar summoning cat.
No, that's mine. I'm sorry.
No, it's a rock that sounds like a dog.
Trafir,
Yeah.
you find yourself contemplating quite a bit on the evening's proceedings that happened. Kind of look down at the scar where you fell. And you hear the voice, many voices around you. You heard skeleton rattles. You heard that individual say, "You are a chosen one," and that you must be taken. It becomes difficult to focus. You've always been a loner. Even since that time in your village. You remember your sister, Vexia. You remember the raiders, slaughtering those that you somehow cared for, but no longer feel anything for. It feels like something you've locked away. You remember her betrayal. Or at least that's how you perceived it. When the major school brought her and took her away from you. And you knew you couldn't stay anymore. You remember your friend. You remember the times you two stole things together. Had to survive and scrounge. Taking jobs that no normal individual would do. But then you remember they changed. You couldn't understand why. Everyone in your life just disappeared. And you start thinking if these people are going to leave you as well. You start meditating. You hear the voice of your sister speak to you. But in a language you can't comprehend. You look at your hands and you see this black shade curling around them. As you feel your heart close off even more, you feel the surge of power from the teachings of your faith. If I lock my feelings away, they won't get in the way, and I will only be powerful. Those were your teachings. You start blocking out the image of your sister. You start blocking out the image of the village burning down. You start blocking out the image of once was your friend. All that surrounds you is death. Money, death, and yourself. And that is all you need. Magnus,
We're still crying.
You're just for emotional damage.
you find it
Even more.
difficult to get a good night's sleep.
Because I bullied you.
You've always been boisterous. You've been one that wants to ensure his mark on the world is seen, felt, and heard. But these people are different. You don't know these people. You don't trust these people. They happen to be on your path towards glory. You reaffirm yourself after you suffered past traumatic incident. As you sit there and you start contemplating your next move, you start thinking back in the village, running outside, and everyone giving you a glare. You look around as you're lost in thought. It's almost as if you're right there again. You see all the little elves and dwarves looking at you with disgust, ostracizing you for being what they called a lowly human, talentless, nothing. But it wasn't going to stop you. You had no friends. You didn't care. You were Magnus. You were going to do great things. You swore it. You swore that all around you, no one would be able to deny who you were. The Blight Water Guild, who had brought you in, saw your talents, your sheer tenacity, and your undying and unwavering will to be the absolute best that you could be. You held a proud face, and you think to yourself, how could I allow these people to speak to me the way they did? I am Magnus. I am Magnus. And as you run through that village, you look at them with contempt. You pull your book out. And the inscriptions normally there that you've memorized, burned into your head, are no longer the same. And somehow they're familiar to you. You start seeing swirls. You look over and you glare at this blonde elf looking at you, sneering. You give her a sharp look and she turns into a sheep. You look over at the dwarf smith who ostracized you for picking up a sword the wrong way. And suddenly he's grown two noses. You look all around you and chaos starts ensuing. Buildings turn to ash. Grass grows flowers never before seen. And you feel it. A spark of divine. You feel the elements of chaos speak to you, but in a language you simply can't understand. Whispers and weird noises You swear you hear animals, you swear you hear the sea, you swear you hear the skies. None of it makes sense, but it does to you. And you look at your hands, and this translucent, almost cream-like color starts flickering at your fingertips. You're reaffirmed that the faith you've chosen has chosen you to spread chaos throughout the world. What you do with it is up to you. You know that the gods of chaos are smiling upon you. You are Magnus, and you are here to show the world who you are. Malachi. It's a very tough time for you lately. Having received a notice to come to a strange city you've never been to. A city you don't even know about. You've read some books here and there of the Water Faith and who they are and how they are combined in the realms of chaos. But to you, this does not matter. Many people look down on you for being a spawn of evil. Even in your own city, many people have mistaken you for a different faith. Many people have mistaken you for a devil spawn. Many people have mistaken you for a freak. You remember the first time you sat in the kitchen? Your parents talking their daily business, you being frustrated, but not knowing how to convey your feelings. Sitting there, the table started shaking. The spoons lifting ever so slightly. Shock and awe over the faces of your parents. Misunderstanding on your face. Not knowing what is going to happen. And then it happened. Fearing for their own safety and yours, they took you away. And they left you. Without so much as a look back. You do not know if they felt any remorse for what they did. Scared and alone, you had to fend for yourself. Strange for a family of nobility to just take their child and leave them. Not embracing who you were, but instead fearing what you are. You sit there in silence. You hear the snoring of what can only be described as a sawmill. But somehow it's comforting to you. It brings a sense of chaos. It brings a sense of comfort. And you start shifting away from those feelings of abandonment. And maybe, just maybe, these people, strange as they are, will they leave you or will they not? You can't tell. But what you can tell is, despite everything, these people are as chaotic as you want them to be. You look down at the daggers in front of you, and you focus. And you feel your mind open as you see them lift, but differently. You start seeing illusion daggers of the same daggers you are holding. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost in a perfect circle. And as they form in this circle, a face appears. A face you've never seen before. And you hear them say in a very strange, almost, you hear male, female, different voices mixing together. Makes your mind race, but in a very strange way. And they say to you, Malachi of royalty, unto you the gods of chaos bestow our royalty. As your blades fall, the shock of the surge of power falls into you. Your mind races. You see flashing images of you being abandoned. Everywhere you've traveled, trying to make sure you stay alive. The spitting image of your parents leaving you. But none of it matters. You hold both daggers. And you feel the surge of chaos.
Mm.
The Wi-Fi died.
It's big.
I really hope not.
Het is voor mij afgegaan te gaan.
That's it.
Says it's still going.
It's fine.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry, everyone. We were having internet issues this morning, so we're a little bit iffy about everything. Anyway, Talia, an extremely frustrating day for you. A very frustrating day for you. You always thought, watching your loved ones going adventuring, doing great things in the world, you always thought that the time would come when it was your turn that you would do great things. But you couldn't hit a skeleton today. And that upsets you greatly. At least you got a little bit in on the human that has been wildly racist towards you and just about everyone in your party. You feel vindicated, but empty. You look at your hands and you start being lost in thought. You dig around in your pouch, you pull out your journal, and you want to start writing. And then you didn't notice, but a blotch of water fell on your book. And you put your hand on your face, and it's a tear. And you start to wonder to yourself, but why? And then you start thinking back to that fateful day in the village. You and your sister, teenagers, strolling through, many of the merchants you had grown up with passing on to old age. And it starts to sit with you that many of these people that you are surrounded by, you will outlive. And then once again, you will have to journey on your own. And that scares you. You remember being kicked out. Volatile, violent behavior. Only akin to your adolescence. Angsty teenager, as many of them had said. But they couldn't deal with it. You remember trying to reclaim your father's scimitar and the pain that etched in to both you and your sister. You remember that fateful night in the forest. Your sister's body, cold, unmoving, barely conscious. You took her to the druids And you swore you would find a way to save her. You continue to look at your hands. You put the journal down. And you look at your hands and there's this faint yellow glow. Very faint. It's the dead of night. 11 p.m., almost midnight. And you swear you hear birds chirping like it's the morning. You stand up in amusement and bewilderment, and you look outside and the sun is shining. You look over the city, lush, vibrant, the ocean itself teeming with life. You just don't understand. And for a moment it looks like the sun gets brighter and brighter. And becomes so bright that you have to start putting your hand in your face just to block off the sun rays. And you see a horse with wings and a rider on it. And they say to you, "You are the wellspring of life, my child. Not all hope is lost. Do not lose yourself. Darkness once again. Your hands still faintly glowing. Shariah.
Dun dun dun. Take your.
You sit back and you think about the events of the day. Seeing Trafir fall. Getting a good vantage point of everyone in battle. Shocked to the core about Twapper being able to call out battles and heal people. Insane. You couldn't believe it. What is this madness? You lie there and you start thinking about everything. It's difficult. It's difficult to understand these people. It's difficult to understand how they work. They're strange to you. Not like the people you grew up with. And then you think back to your family's ancestral shrine. You think about that radiant aura that called you. One night, while you were sleeping. You lie there and you can distinctly hear the voice. Never spoke a word, but you understood every single thing of it. And you take your bow out. The artifact itself. You look at it and you see if it speaks to you. And you focus for the next hour just on trying to speak to this bow. See if that fabled voice speaks to you again. Then you hear a howl in the distance. And you remember Kale. Good boy. Your bow starts to rattle. Strange. Faintest yellow glow starts to rattle. Then the bow lifts up. You take a step back. You see one of your arrows out of the quiver. It's as if someone is grabbing it. You try and scream, you try and move, but nothing. The arrow is notched, aimed directly at your heart. You still try and scream, you still try and move, nothing. The arrow changes. Bright white with a faint hint of yellow on the outer edges. As you see a celestial being clad in white, shoots the arrow
Oh, come down.
into your heart. You try and let out the scream of pain, but it's warm. It's comforting. You start shaking. You feel the searing pain in your back. And again, you want to scream. You see two bright white wings. You notice you're in the air. Not that far, but you've never flown before. And the feeling settles over you. And you're going, wow. As the same celestial being looks at you and gives you a nod of acknowledgement. Your bow turns to you as if gesturing you need to grab it. Do you grab it?
Yes, I do.
You reach out and your hands shimmer with radiant energy. You grab your bow and you look over to your wings, and where there are feathers, arrows, different sizes, different shapes. You pull one out of curiosity. You think this is going to hurt, but it glides off. You pull it in the bow and you aim just out the window and you shoot. And as the arrow goes, it turns into a bear. Bright yellow with white. You hear the roar. Disappears. Your wings go down. You land. You look up. You look in your room. Nothing's changed. You look at your bow. And just as you think, man, you don't surprise me anymore. You peek over, and there's Kale. A little bit smaller than you remember him. Sitting on your bed, anxiously waiting for your command.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Riani,
I don't have trauma, so you can't trauma dump on me.
Can't trauma dump on me. Listen to this one.
today's battle was fierce. You loved every moment of it, despite there being the danger of some of your party members dying. That wasn't the first thought on your mind. You enjoyed the thrill of the battle, a little bit more than you let on. You sit there. Sleep is a little difficult for you. You're wondering, how did I get to this point? You were just a sellsword. Nothing else. How did you get mixed up with these crazy individuals? They're all weird. They're all weird. They're all... What, you don't even know what these people are doing. And yet they're fighting for a cause. You want money. That's always what you wanted. The thrill of battle and money. But there's always been something missing. Something deeper. And then something just sparks. Faint lost memory. You remember looking up at the sky. Beautiful sunny day. You just saw the faintest clouds. Just one, two, a little bit darker. Nothing else. You remember lying there, looking at the images, trying to think what they were. And then the memory fades. You sit there sharpening. Sushi!
Yeah,
He's flying at you.
she's sharpening sushi.
As a cat walks up by your window. Real weird. You sit there sharpening your axe and you hear the grindstone on the blade. And on the third one, you've never done this before. You've never had an accident where you cut your hand.
He's gonna cut my fingers off.
You instinctively put your finger in your mouth just to stop the bleeding.
Tastes
You-
like chicken.
You start to hear drum beats. Drums? This late at night? What? You pick up your axe. With a thud. You look out the window. All you hear
I didn't know you were in Jumanji.
shut up, let me talk.
Jumanji.
What is that?
Do, do, do.
It's a monster on your shoulder.
And you swear the drum beat matches your heart rate. And as you start looking at your hand, blood going down, your heart rate starts pumping. And the drums go faster. And for some reason, you're starting to feel the thrill of battle. You're starting to feel like you're going to go into a rage. You're starting to feel like there's some coin to be made out there, and I can make that coin on my own. Your hand starts shaking. And as you lift this axe, you look at your hand. Rock. 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 And moss. And bark. And it starts curling up. And curling up. And you're looking at this. What is this? And it goes up your arm. Up your arm. Starts going across your chest. Down to your feet. Your armor disappears. And as you start feeling the weight of your body changing to stone, you flex. Green wings, almost dilapidated. You see them, looks like rotting earth, kind of just dripping moss and weird mulch. And you fill them. The drum beats. You start hearing voices, almost chanting. I will kill you.
Someone's gonna
And
fall
as
in
they
love with
stop,
that lady.
you look at your axe, and what appears to be 4 forest sprites, tiny, very small, appear in front of you. All they do is they give you an acknowledging bow, and you hear this omnipresent voice in your head, deep, low. Hello, my child. You have awoken. Is that what you reply?
That's not what I
Is
remember.
that what you reply?
Thumb up.
Is that what you reply?
I hunger, therefore I hunger.
Go forth and show them the might of the earth. You hear another voice speaking, very softly. Show them no mercy, but also show them kindness. Thank you. Your wings go back.
No.
Your wings go back. Your skin turns to normal. You look at your axe. You look at the cut. You go down to the bar and order a stiff drink.
I'm seeing some shit.
Bunga bunga. Trapper.
He's gonna fall in
yes.
love if she turns into a rock lady. That's all I know.
What a beautiful bird.
Rain on
up and down.
Sleep is difficult for you.
It's because he's farting.
The leg keeps moving.
Shut up! Do you want me to tell you a story or not?
Story time.
Fucking asshole. Sleep is difficult for you. You can hear yourself snore, and it's loud. It's the strangest thing. You lie there, and you're like, man, this man's loud. Damn. And you start thinking to yourself, how did I get to this point? You try and meditate in your own mind, and it's difficult. Your body does one thing, your mind is doing another. And then you start thinking clearly. As you start becoming at peace. Back to the bar. Back to those days of drunken, sad times. You start thinking about that little hill on the house. A little house on the hill. Fucking little, yeah, that one. I'm committing. And you start thinking about bakers in the village. You start thinking about your family. And then you start thinking about those goblins. The fires that burned. And you being drunk could do nothing. And the guilt starts eating at you. The searing pain comes into your mind. You suddenly clarity. For the first time since that fateful battle earlier today, you think clearly. You look at your hands and you are guilt-ridden. You've tried so long to hide it. Tried so long. That's why you went to war. Why you became the priest that you are. Trying to heal those to make up for the mistakes of your past. But it just never seems to go away. You keep thinking about those goblins. Keep thinking about that horrible seven-toothed beast laughing as he stands over the corpse of your mother, spear in hand, through her back. Even in your drunken haze, you felt tears rolling, but you couldn't do anything. You couldn't see straight. You couldn't walk straight. You look back down at your hands and they're shaking. Guilt comes again. And you start feeling, do I go back to that bottle? Drink my troubles away. Bury the past. And put on the mask to help those around me. Your head hurts again. You look at your hands and you go, what pretty feet. You look at the window. What a pretty bed. Your head hurts again in clarity and you try and slap that person out of you. And then you remember all the trauma, all the wars, grabbing every goblin you could, using your head, headbutting, making sure they feel every single little bit of pain that you felt that day. Not enough. You look at your hands once more. And they start to glow. And you think, can I finally do it? And you put them on your head. And you focus. And you continue to focus. Close your eyes. You rub your temples. And you start practicing that spell. When you have the clarity to try and stop this individual from taking over. Searing, burning pain in the front of your head It's almost unbearable, but you fight through it. You've seen this before, you felt this before. No. You look back down at your hands and they're glowing brighter than ever. Strange. You hear the soft spoken voice of your mother. No words come out, but you hear her voice. And out of your mind, you don't know if you're projecting this. You don't know if it's the other one. But you see the silhouette of your mother stand in front of you. And she reaches out. Not much taller than you. She puts her hand on your head. And you feel this calm rush over you. And for the first time since that day, you hear her say to you, they have chosen you. Continue to heal them. Consciousness comes to all of you. The day is yours. What do you do?
Breakfast.
I'm at the bar.
Huh? No, you eventually went back up after like a good stiff drink, and it was one of the
Where?
better drinks you had. And the barkeep was kind of like lying there. Whoa. He's like kind of still rubbing up. You could see he was drooling and like in his beard. So he like does this, and it's just like this
Inspiration.
Oh.
smear of like whatever was on
Spit.
there. There's like spit and food and whatever. So yes.
Is this gonna go down? Will you?
So he eventually gives you your drink. That, like he wasn't up for conversation. For the sake of expediency, he wasn't up for conversation. You said ale. He put it down. You drank. You left.
Walk up to him, give me a stiffy.
Every single one of them
Yes.
has been gone through. You don't pay attention.
No, I missed the first one.
I started with fire.
Oh, yes, the hands. Everybody's hands are glowing. Okay.
Mine aren't glowing.
Mine aren't glowing.
Mine aren't glowing.
No.
Most of
Yours
Just
are glowing.
Just
No,
because
mine aren't glowing.
you're a Twilight fairy, okay? Doesn't mean everyone else is.
I'm a vampire.
First
then
thing I
I'm
do
a
is
killer.
I go look for Shariah.
Okay? Easy enough to find. It's about like 2 doors down. You guys have had to share rooms. It's not like the biggest of things.
Mm.
But everything that happened, none of you have a clue what happened with the other one. None of
Oh,
you, nothing happened.
I'm sharing a room with you.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a room in my face.
So you go, okay? You find her down the hall. Who's with you? Who's bunking with you? Who was bunking with her?
Weren't they?
I think it was you, if I remember.
No,
you
I'm
were
okay.
bunking.
No,
you were
you
bunking
was
with
with
her.
Agnes.
Yeah,
He's
he-
holding his leg.
He's holding
Yeah,
holding
holding
hostage
his
of mine.
I know
You
about
guys can
them.
decide who was bunking with
So is
who.
Kyle still with me?
Kale's not there.
Kyle, okay.
I was with her. I think they were together.
Is it Kyle? Because it reached me as Kale.
It's Kyle.
Kale. Kale's not there.
Like the
Kyle.
food.
You should feed him some
Huh?
mustards, Kyle.
No. Kael. That's how it's spelled.
Calais.
Ah.
Kale juice.
Kyle.
Kale. Okay.
Okay,
Role play. Don't
yeah,
look at
let's
me.
just say that we were bunking together. I didn't watch that in that part of the video. From last week.
Okay, so you go and find her.
Yeah, I go
Okay.
and find her.
And are you just gonna stand by the door and just wait for it?
No.
So
I'm
knock on the door.
confused.
Still waking up.
No! Is there a mirror in my room?
No.
Okay.
This is not the fanciest tavern slash inn. This is your basic
You eventually
needs.
just open the door.
Yeah.
Bed.
Yeah.
Wait, after the
Bed, bed, window, and if you need to poop, you go outside.
Bucket.
Bucket.
I go into the room.
And you see me turning and continuously turning,
The
looking
door.
down.
Listen. Someone has to open the door. These are.
No, she stomped into the room because I
No, she
didn't
stomped
answer
into
the room.
Yeah, after the second time that I was
Okay, so
knocking
you
the
guys
assistant.
literally leave your doors unlocked. Great to know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I locked my door.
I burst
Thanks.
into the room.
Bam! You just hear this loud knock. Who was sleeping with you? Who was in the same room?
This one. Her.
Yeah, I went out for the morning.
Well, oh.
I went.
Or did
Meditate.
you close the door? Okay.
Yeah.
She meditated.
That
Yes.
would help. Okay.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. So I went out to the morning, in the morning, to just take in some of the nature
I
around
will
me,
say-
and then came back to the room.
When you left, you heard a distinctly loud snoring.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it me?
yeah.
The
Down the
snoring
passage.
can be heard throughout the inn.
The chainsaw.
What are you looking for?
Is there something on my back?
No.
Sure.
That's not how that works. Roll for investigation. That's not, you can't just say
What do you mean, no?
Listen, don't take that away from me, because you could be missing vital information.
Fine.
And by the way, none of you are sleeping in your armor, so just remember that your AC is 10 when you are sleeping.
What armor?
Wait, it's a what
Yeah,
check?
whatever.
You have more
My
armor
room's
than
on
me.
my
Investigation check.
Yeah,
let's get to
investigation.
it.
Don't take that away from me. There's good roleplay narrative here.
14.
14. Roll a deception check for me, please. There's a reason.
12. And your modifier?
You see, what's your modifier? Deception should be under your skills.
One
Just-
page. One
Yeah,
page
just
over.
slide. Yeah.
There you go.
Deception.
Deception.
Deception. The
Deception. Oh, fuck, -2.
-2.
Yeah.
Then
cook.
She has to be honest, she can't lie. You very distinctly see on her back 2 very bright yellow slits. Kind of form in an angle like this, pretty thick. I would say about
14.
10 or so centimeters, like so. Somewhere around there. That 10 is a
10
bit big.
centimeters.
Say about like
It's like this.
3, 4,
But,
something like that.
Yeah.
Math.
wow.
It's about that big.
just
Yeah.
You see 2 of those slits on her back.
Do you want the truth or do you want me to sugarcoat it?
The truth. Never
Well,
lie.
You've got 2 big holes in your back.
Holes.
They're not
Holes.
not holes. They're just very bright slits. Like
I know.
if you touch them, they feel like skin.
I know. I'm
So
saying.
don't say holes.
Yeah, but
They're like marks,
Fleshy.
they're
gas
glowing
lighting.
It's
and
kinda
they're
like
long.
or like a scar.
Kind of like tattoos.
Nice.
Have you always had this?
And when you so when you put your hand on it, you feel the exact same energy you felt last night. The exact same energy you felt last night, you feel on her back.
Oh damn.
Did something happen to you last night?
I think I became a butterfly.
I'm the one that turns into animals, not you. What is going? Why does
I'm a butterfly.
it feels so familiar? What do you mean you think you became a butterfly?
Oh, pretty.
Are you drunk?
Are you sure she knows that my intelligence?
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say we have Twapper number 2 over here.
Anyway, we'll talk about that later. First, I want to see the note that you took from Trafia last night. I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Why do you want to see it?
I just have a feeling. You know that gut feeling that something is wrong. I want to know who I'm traveling with.
Well, you haven't exactly been a very nice person to me.
Like, fine. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? What do you want me to do?
Well, it depends if I can trust you.
Well, I turn into animals. How do you think I know what animals to turn into? They have to trust me before I get to actually do things.
Do you have the best interests of this party?
I care about everyone getting out of this, whatever we're in, alive.
I will show it to you. But I think it's time we all have a sit down downstairs and find out exactly who we are in this group.
Okay, I'll help you gather everyone. Where's the note?
If you don't mind, I'd just like to put some clothes on. So go.
You're sleeping naked.
Yeah. Well, how else? She just sees
You,
boobs.
Tartars.
you are welcome to do that for narrative purposes. This is not something that you have to think about in D&D. Like generally, when you sleep, you have pajamas or at least
This
undergarments.
isn't Baldur's
on.
Gate.
You just sleep straight in the
Baldur's
wall.
This isn't Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate wearing lingerie to bed.
So,
Fucking
I
hate all
turn
of you.
around and I start picking up all my armor and start getting dressed and I look into my coat.
falcon. And suddenly I burst out.
Oh, you just burst out of your room.
I'm holding this thing running around. It's super excited.
You know what? I want you to roleplay that. So, okay.
Wait, what did you say?
Okay, let him come in last.
So okay. So let me. I'll get to you. Let me finish with you.
Close the door.
Fine. I walk to the door, I slam it closed.
Yes, the sass. The sass. She said.
little
She
bit
stays
attitude.
there. Are you staying? Are you watching her dress?
No. I
Are you
leave.
there? Hold
Close the
no.
door.
You can't leave. You wanted to see the note.
I'm waiting
You
outside.
still want the note. What, are you scared
listen,
of boobies?
Listen, okay, hold on.
I have to cast
Come inside.
This is devolving. Okay.
We are playing D&D. We're not
Do
playing
you
in a
want
smut
to
film.
dress and then she goes out, so you come back in when you're dressed, or do you want to stand there and let her watch you while you're butt ass naked be dressing?
She can come in and read the note while I'm butt ass naked and I'm
Okay.
dressing.
So then relay that. 'Cause there's
That's
a
why
whole
I
bunch
asked
of,
where she's going.
there's a whole bunch of confusion there.
Yeah, she
It's
wanted to
just
slam the door and go
she's
out.
just
So I
painting in my
just
head.
drag her back in, close the
Should I
door.
cast
I put
friends
the
on
note
her?
in her hand and I start
Should I
getting
cast
dressed.
friends on there?
Friends will only work between you and the other person. You can't cast it on either.
Oh my
I turn my back on her and read the notes, and I just hear her shuffling.
Okay, he has what the note said. I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah, I have what the notes said.
Okay, so it takes you a little bit to get dressed.
So don't. While I'm dressing, I say to her, "Do you see why we need to see who we're dealing with
Yes, because
if we're going to be traveling?"
especially with all of this going on, I mean, we have to get out of this alive. I mean,
All of what going on?
do you not feel the air? Do you not feel everything being wrong around us?
Yes.
If we take it the library, like, everything just felt wrong about that.
I think it's time for explaining. Let's go downstairs. Pick up my bow.
I don't like mom voice. Stop using mom voice.
Yes, yes.
Carry on.
Normally I'm a quiet person because you guys are just bitches.
Yeah, well, that last interaction, I wouldn't call that very friendly, honestly.
Let's just say I'm not a morning person.
So
Pick up my bow.
you want the note back or what?
I walk past you and I grab the note and put it back in my coat and we walk out the door.
Good morning to you too. Sorry about that.
Yo.
Well, you happen to barge in while I'm butt naked in the middle of the room.
It's my room.
Doesn't matter. Will you not you wait for an answer? But thanks anyway. Let's go downstairs. I just hope they haven't got anything but fish.
I'm listening. Carry on.
And then I want to find out who the hell is snoring because I couldn't sleep an entire week. Like the walls. Did you feel the walls shaking?
Sure, there was an earthquake outside, and we stomped past his room.
There was an owl bear outside.
It's Alvin.
You just hear.
Is your door closed?
Our door is definitely closed.
Yeah, our door's still closed.
I just want Rusty here, so I just know what I want to be doing.
Yeah, I also want to.
I also would like
Wait
to
for the
start.
DM.
I feel like the snoring is so loud the door does this.
I think continue.
I mean, we're in the same room and this fucker snuck in.
The screws on the hinges start going coming out.
So you're still snoring.
Are you now in the passage?
No.
No, not yet.
You guys
Not
can
yet.
continue talking.
Cool.
That's fine.
Are you
We're
guys-
done.
Oh, they're
now.
done. Okay,
Oh.
cool.
We're walking
Okay.
down the hall now,
Hold on, wait.
Okay,
just
hold
wait,
on.
wait.
We need.
and we hear
You
this.
wanted to say something.
Okay, I need to go by people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you two are first. Nims is next. Nims,
Okay,
what are you
we're
doing?
lost.
So,
Remember, this is all happening at the same time, but I have to just make sure I keep account for all of what you want to do.
Bird.
By the way, the
So-
entire time you have still been snoring.
Yes, I want to tell you what I'm doing whilst asleep.
Am I like hearing this? Am I awake?
Well,
I
he's
will,
like
I will get to you guys now.
he's on
Let
top
me get
of
to
you.
Nims.
Oh, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
you're deafened.
Debuff.
You're just gonna be lying,
Different.
So,
staring at the ceiling.
you guys just hear a lot of squawking suddenly. And then me yelling in excitement, like, oh, it worked! It worked! And then suddenly the door bursts open. I almost trip and fall over the railing, barely managing to keep me and myself on my feet, running down the hallway, like, think that I could have dropped a bird, but it's a bird.
Yeah.
And then narrowly stopping, just like, what's happening here? At his room, like, no wonder I couldn't see.
We standing outside his door watching you
No,
run
this is
down the
happening while
passage.
we're in the room.
Yeah.
While you're
No.
doing-
So while you guys are talking, you
Oh,
hear
wait, so we
as-
walk out
as you
he's
guys are
running
finishing your conversation.
Okay.
Nims bursts out the door. Who was in your room?
It was supposed to be Twapper.
It was supposed to be him, but he's in our room.
No, you've
Okay,
been
so you guys just bunked all three together. Okay, got it. You burst out the room. You said, yeah! You guys, you two see this.
Huh?
You should see. No, you two. You two see this with this. Nims is holding, and Nims is not a very tall individual,
I'm 4'11".
but she's holding what looks like, at least in your view, a red chicken. That's at first glance. You're not able to like discern because she's running up and down like it worked, and she's going insane, and then she stops because your door's open and she turns. And she asks, "What's going on here?" And now when you guys get a good look, it looks like a beautiful falcon. But as you look at the falcon, while Nims is holding it, it seems to be smoking a little, and you can't tell if she's cooking this thing alive or not.
The eyes of the bird is also slightly
Yes.
ember.
Yeah, so there's like a
irises.
yeah, but they won't see it from where they are right now. So you guys see this Nims holding what looks like a red chicken, and it's slightly smoking. Right.
Are you busy cooking a
Hold
bird?
on. Hold on.
So while I'm holding the bird like this in one hand,
Goodbye.
Super barbecue Chelsea.
Tot wat daar nou die binne kom ek baie daar soek.
As a random NPC walks in the background,
the hotel
the hotel manager comes along.
So I'm holding the bird like this now and clutching my little vial of blood here.
Okay, cool. So while you're busy do that,
I know you're hungry, but that's a little overboard.
Yup.
Are you cooking it? Bring it here so I can heal that thing.
You can. It's perfectly fine health.
Why is it smoking? Are you cooking it?
No, I don't think I am.
Okay, we can discuss all of this downstairs. Meet us in 5. We're gonna get
Okay,
the rest of the
cool.
people.
so while you three are out in the hallway, your burst woke you two up in a sudden like, whoa, you.
The door just went.
And what, Magnus, while you wake up in this fit of like, whoa, what's going on?
Okay.
Malachi, you can't help but almost burst out in laughter as you wake up and you see Thought drooling all over his mouth. I'm talking both sides of it. Looks like he swallowed water and just went down the side. You see Magnus sit up,
This bubble just.
and in the next like 5 seconds, you see Magnus go through all 5 stages of grief. As he looks down at this halfling,
Holding his leg.
passed out, holding his leg,
Why did my
gob all over your nice clean robe you just did, And Malachi, you can't help but like you put both your hands over your mouth because no one has seen you laugh, but deep inside you're like, oh my gosh, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in the history of planet Earth. And you watch Magnus's face go from Magnus, deep inside you are screaming motherfucker. You are welcome to scream that out. You are still snoring.
I'm gonna just.
I just want to say what I'm doing now whilst the sleep stuff.
Oh no.
Let's say I am dreaming about a nice, juicy piece of meat.
Good
And then a bite out of his leg.
Jumping on his leg.
Roll an attack. I will say, roll it at advantage
Yeah,
because
bite
he's not
his
expecting this. So roll this at advantage.
That's 12.
Well, 12's gonna hit.
Hit.
13.
You've got 10 AC. You take 1 point of piercing damage as this halfling chomps down on your leg.
I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna help him.
And
You
you're
grab him by
helping.
the
I'm
legs.
helping.
I do want you to make a charisma saving throw for me, just to see if while you're helping you don't burst out in laughter.
Does 11.
Nope. Nope. So you see the halfling after this garb and Magnus just sitting there contemplating what's going on. You see him turn in his sleep and munch down, and you keel over laughing, trying to pull off this thing. You eventually wake up and go,
Salty.
And pull some hair out.
I can just
Over his
imagine
legs.
how it's going down. He's
So-
biting onto his leg.
he's
by the
pulling,
leg.
he's laughing. Yeah, you can picture it. Magnus is like, oh my god!
Yeah, I've probably say like when I see this, like, well, fucking hell, what the hell?
I'm just downstairs and I was like, what is that?
Yeah,
Some
and
play that
all
I
of
don't
you
wanna
hear
know.
this commotion. By the way, all of you
We're
hear this
standing
commotion.
in the passage,
You're
hearing this commotion
Yeah,
at
you
the
guys
next door.
at this point, you guys haven't gone down yet. You guys are just about like almost at the
At the
start of the
next door,
stairs,
yeah.
and all you hear is like, ah, fucking hell! As Magnus says, you have not heard Magnus use so many expletives in one sentence. But if
He's
they,
repeated the whole swear word list with.
yes,
like,
he went
said
through
everything
every.
without
Oh,
repeating
and you
one.
were throwing a whole bunch of slurs at this
Sounds like-
halfling, by the way. There were so many racial slurs that I'm pretty sure there's a campaign going on through your head right now.
I'm gonna sit up and look at
Ankle
Trafia and then
I
get up.
Trafir hasn't left his room yet.
No, I'm
Yeah,
bunking
in
with
the,
him.
in the room.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm
I
standing at the
started to
window.
get to you two.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys hear this scream, and both of you are like,
Just look at each other like.
I'm like in the windowsill looking out like.
Have I got this creature off of his leg?
you have.
Can I, I'm gonna
at
throw
this
him
point-
out. I'm
no.
throwing him out the room.
At this point, he's realized, that's not steak. And, and because of the robe having like a little bit of fray and stuff, he's like,
Lint.
All I can think of is Morse code beeping of the sensor.
I could just imagine Riani and I just peeking out
Yeah,
the room. She
just
peeks
like-
at the
just
top,
like
I peek at the bottom.
yeah, friend style, just like.
What the fuck?
Okay, I yes,
So you take 1 point of piercing damage.
yep.
So, yeah, and you're pretty sure that's gonna leave a mark.
I'm good. I look at Ford, and then like just look in disgust. I'm like, what the fuck, mate?
Sorry, that was a very.
How did you get in this room?
You took me with you. I was walking with you.
No, I was sleeping, and I was really fucking
in your
busy.
room if you were sleeping.
I had a rough last night, and now this. Oh.
What were
Yeah.
you two doing?
It looks like your fabric's a little torn.
At
What
I,
this
I
point,
fucking noticed.
at this point,
What
all
did
of
you fix
them
that
are like
for you?
kind of standing in the doorway, just looking at this whole scene, what's going on. And I just want everyone to picture this. I just want everyone
Like
to
a
picture
toddler.
this whole scenario. You have Neem standing there with what is essentially a flaming
Fire
chicken.
chicken.
Lava chicken.
It's that scene
You
from
have
Community.
you have 3 people, one half dressed, kind of looking at the door, and then you've got this rogue that's just like peeking under someone's legs, looking at this scenario. And then on the opposite end, you guys all see Malachi holding the halfling by the waist, because the halfling is only like really teeny tiny. The halfling biting onto Magnus's leg,
Like
just
a
being
chihuahua.
pulled off, and Magnus just like. That is the scenario. So for everyone at home, that's the picture you can paint. If there's fan art of this eventually,
Oh,
please submit it.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Anyway,
I'll fix that for you.
How the fuck you gonna do that?
Just give me it. Trust me.
You bit my fucking leg. How can I trust you, man?
I've put him down
Steak!
yeah,
and I've gone to get dressed.
I look like... Oh, thanks, I guess.
Is the door open?
I just
Are we
nod.
watching
you
this?
guys are watching this all unfold.
I
The
just
door's wide
nodded.
open.
You're going to get dressed in front of us.
He
I'm
don't
close to
care.
them. I don't give a fuck.
He don't care.
Okay.
I don't give a
It's not like I'm wearing nothing. I'm putting my
Yeah,
armor
they're
on.
not you, Miss Sleep in the Raw.
Yeah.
They have pajamas.
I could just imagine
Damn.
if he was naked, just this, like holding his middle.
Were you naked?
Yes, let's go.
Yes!
Yo, no. Magnus is like...
It reminds me of that Mike
Fucking
Wazowski
cool.
meme. We're just standing there in the doorway like this. Just him.
Yo.
Anyway, guys.
You had never seen a penis before. So you are going, you are flushed in the face. Most of you see this.
And I'm standing there with a grin on my face.
Like, yeah.
Wait, so is everyone like saw what happened?
Most of them are in the door watching this.
We opened the door to see what the fuck was going
And
on
this
with all
whole
the
comedy
sounds.
sketch that just happened, they witnessed.
This is just like,
No, you're just standing there. You're thoroughly entertained by this, but also you're just like, okay,
I'm this is so funny.
she's having the time of
I'm
her
having the
life.
time of my
She's
life.
blushing. You are just like, and you're also having the greatest time. You're laughing at this whole scenario while like your shirt is like still half being pulled up. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if you,
I was tightening my armor.
yeah,
Rusty, Magnus is like furious right now. So like,
here's the limit.
so
Stop.
I snap my fingers,
mm-hmm.
cast a little flame, and I tell Fox, tell me one good fucking reason you bit my fucking leg. Well, fucking incinerate.
Did you not smell or see the big juicy steak?
Does he
No.
know what a steak is?
No.
I think it's time
What's
for
steak?
breakfast.
You didn't smell it?
I walk up
Can
and
I
I
roll?
just...
Can I roll if I should hit him or not? Like,
Do you want to punch him or are you going to use?
no, I want
roll-
to cast foul bolt.
You want to go? Roll for an attack at advantage because he's
Imagine
not going
just
to
a
see it
flame with the
coming.
middle finger just.
1d20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't got your
Oh,
armor
that-
on,
that
so
fucking-
your AC is 10.
That lands.
13.
Yeah. Roll for damage. About to have some infighting. Nice.
I'm like,
We're starting a brawl.
is that a 1d10?
You can. But you first have to see the
That's
happen.
a d8. That's a d8. So one. That's a d10. Yeah.
Typisch gatgabba.
Yeah, that's
Four.
1d10 damage.
4.
You take 4 points of fire damage. Where do you fire it?
Why do I?
He's naked.
He's naked.
He's naked.
Where do you fire it?
Through his pubes.
Make a cheese grater.
Otherwise on his leg because
Um,
he
Or his head. Put his head on fire.
It's too quick.
Okay.
It's too quick.
Too quick.
Is he like in front of me? Like.
He's
Yeah.
literally in front of you
Directly.
right now.
I put him down in front of you.
So remember, you're looking down at
child.
him.
So I'm not gonna go like for the private parts because like he did heal me, but I'm like silver purse, so I'm just gonna go for the chest side.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take how much was that damage?
4.
You take 4 points of fire damage as he hits you, and you just smell like this burning sensation of hair, and it kind of smells like steak.
Stoke.
Hey, wait. I
Do I
think
just
I'm
not
only
stink
five
now?
here.
Yeah, now I do. Fuck.
I'm hungry now.
Small pork.
Oh my god. Why the fuck are you naked? Why are you naked? But I have robes on.
I look at them and I burst out laughing. I said, that steak must have been that good. I walked downstairs.
I'm gonna say to Magnus, at least you bit your leg and not something else.
I look at the drawer, I'm like, oh, he's very close.
It's in
like
like
Alright.
right here.
I am leaving. I
Yeah.
literally just put my hands on my and then just
I'm gonna walk
walk
down with
downstairs.
it.
Okay, so eventually, after a while, everyone gets dressed.
Oh my
Do
god.
you
I
heal
want to-
yourself or you
I want
take
to
it?
fix where I got it.
Okay.
Man,
wanna
we're just
put what?
talking at the table. It's just under
You
the
have
table.
mending.
Yes.
Okay, so you cast mending. Magnus, you see the little chunk out of your robe and the gashes and stuff. He places his hand on you. You're still pretty apprehensive about everything. But he places his teeny tiny hand on you, and you watch as your robe just like, oh, okay, cool. And it looks almost brand new. And suddenly, you feel just a little bit guilty about what you did. Not that guilty. Not that
Yeah.
guilty, but just like,
Yeah.
maybe.
If you saw that steak, you would have taken a bite too. Trust me.
God, you're
At least he wasn't
You're
drinking a
so-
sausage.
You're
Oh, you're
disturbed.
You guys aren't there. You guys aren't there.
No, but this is what we sitting downstairs already laughing about this, to be talking woman to woman.
Yeah, right now it's just the ladies downstairs.
For-
All
Yeah.
4 ladies are
All the ladies are
downstairs.
downstairs.
You're just watching this because you're just like, you want to see if anything else happens.
No, I didn't put my arm on you, so I went back to the room.
Okay, you went back to go put your arm on. Okay.
Fuck, you're one of a kind. I've never seen a shorty do this shit. Thank you, but
Fuck you.
fuck.
Just take the salt.
Fuck.
I'm going downstairs.
While we're sitting downstairs, can we order food?
Yeah, by this time you guys like know the bar in and out. Like generally went down. They see you. They
And
get
between-
food prepped.
Yeah, between us, we're laughing about it, and she pipes up about her sausage comment. And we ask the waiter to bring down a steak for our friend when he comes down to
They
breakfast.
do not have steak here, so I
No.
don't know where
Yes,
you're
I
gonna
know.
get steak.
Fish.
I know.
Fish.
Yeah. So I asked them, do they have a steak or whatever? They say, what the hell is steak? I assume. I say, bring anything that smells good. Just not fish.
Are you all going down?
Yes.
Yes.
So after the morning's rambles,
Never happened.
you know, when you this is off table, and this is for everyone in chat. When you write this shit, you don't write this because you don't know what your players are gonna do. None of what just happened I have written down in the story. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. I spent a month writing stuff, and this is what happens. Got it. Got it. Anyway.
Best or worst, expect unexpected.
But I did not expect what happened there. Anyway, you guys will eventually make yourselves downstairs, clad in your armor.
Do I see the chicken?
The chicken.
Oh yeah, no. At this point, all of you get down, and you still are pretty entranced by this. It's now sitting on Neem's shoulder.
Is it
At
this
first glance,
thing?
no, actually
Oh,
not.
peregrine falcon.
Oh, Robin is so cute if it was poofy little
It's
fucking
it's more like
nest.
long than wide.
What's that
um,
red rock?
Red rock.
Yeah. Do you? Okay, we'll get to you. So you guys all look downstairs and you like look over there and you take a curious glance and you see that since Neem's shoulder seems to be smoking. It's very light, like you can see it. It's very light smoke, but you're like, and there's no smell to it. Like the smoke's there, but you don't smell anything. You're like, huh? What?
Is that a fucking chicken?
Keanu, or Thought, roll an intelligence check for me.
It's not small.
13.
Damn.
That's a bird.
It's a bird.
Damn.
Nice.
Not a rock.
Was that 13 minus?
That was 14
Oh my
minus.
Okay, the 14 minus. Okay. Yeah, no, that's a bird. That's not a red rock. That's a bird.
That's a pretty bird. How does it taste? If you try to find out, you will be the one being tasted.
You already
Thank
tasted
you.
it.
It can also taste me.
Alright, before we get more violent for the day,
The waiter
That's-
comes and then he puts food down in front of him that I ordered.
Okay, DM.
No.
Don't do
It
that.
must come.
I will tell you when the food comes. Don't worry.
Okay.
Let
I
me
think
do it.
it's time that we all got to know each other a little bit, because it seems like we're gonna be stuck together for a while.
And it's like at this point when you guys are all sitting down, she starts bringing the food, and it's a little bit better than normal, but the food is not
The best.
There's still a very distinct problem in the city, and many of you know there's something wrong. It doesn't make sense for a coastal region, especially a nation's capital, to have this level of food. All those very much in tune with nature itself, or of the earth faith,
No.
will know that there's something distinctly wrong here. Chaos, not so much. You guys, this is your natural habitat. For you,
Distinctly wrong with
like
the
shop.
food or with the area?
food, area, everything. When you got into the capital city, the fact that people are looking anemic, they are not eating, they look dirty, the place looks kind of like Johannesburg.
Oh,
fall,
nice.
No color.
Question: because my character has been in a lot of places, I'm also used to this.
Oh no, for you, because of your faith and everything, this
Background.
is pretty much how you like it. Like
That's
the more
My
the more-
vibes.
Vobs.
None of you know what his faith is, but because
It's
you're
kind
of
of vibe
that
I bring
faith,
to
this
the
is
party.
you're like. But you still want good food.
Yes.
Like you're not
I'm
not
used
like
to it, but like I want
you're not-
something else.
Adam's family eating tentacles and
Yeah.
dead stuff, and well, everyone eats dead stuff, but
Rotten stuff.
Technically, we brew.
rotten.
We are all witches because we take dead animals and make potions with it.
Almost.
Food is potions.
Whiskey is a sandwich.
Exactly.
Trafir dies from a heart attack.
Fish poisoning.
I assume I also get a bad feeling because of my arcana.
More for you, it's a case of you would have expected this place to be a lot more lively with all the history that you've read about the water faith. You know that it's supposed to be a very lively. The ocean is supposed to be abundant in sea life.
The typical tourist. Where's the fisherman?
Kind of like that, yeah. And you do when you go outside, you do see that there's a few boats at the docks and doing fishing, but it just doesn't look.
It felt
It feels completely off.
dilapidated.
Right. What are you guys doing? Actually, before you guys start, we're gonna take a break here.
Oh damn.
15-minute break, because this might be a little bit longer, and I want to give them enough time to do it. I also need to change the camera battery. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
It'll be an
just sit
earlier
here then.
break.
I've been busy
It's
for
gonna be
an hour
earlier
and a
break, so you
half.
guys have got the time to do role play.
So does that mean they want to eat now?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can go eat.
You can put the
So what we doing? We yap.
Don't know.
Shanice, your mouth is moving
I
a
think I
lot
need to make
like
a
a
mouth
rat.
wider perspective.
Yappa. Shut it, please.
Yeah.
Fucking fireball.
Yeah, something like that.
Ignis!
You would have taken damage as well.
Yeah.
There was a game of losing arms.
I honestly think he would have cast a fireball and blown the whole place up if that happened.
2 levels, then I can do that.
2 levels, then I can do it.
And 1 level after that, I get something even cooler.
Okay.
Then I can cast fireball without hurting anyone.
Yeah, but that's a while away.
That's double my level.
It's literally a while away.
Actually, I think let me go get
Magnus is not himself after he's been bitten by a halfling.
Halfling.
Yes. Have a Snickers.
Thanks.
Wild.
Thanks, Rusty.
What's wild is just you like standing there. Okay, I'm gonna try and help him and laughing your ass off.
Yeah.
That's what's wild. Oh. Okay, we back.
That's funny though.
Turn it off if you're getting hot.
No.
Can't have it on all day.
Righto.
Complain he's got lost all his gas.
That's his fucking problem. I'm the one that orders the
It's
stuff.
just I won't be able to cut it.
Shoo!
Go ahead. Now we're just waiting.
Diabolical. Sorry.
At least it gets used.
I don't know how well this is gonna work, but let's see now.
Do you have a funnel before you do
Yeah,
that?
we have fun.
No, I'm doing this.
It's professional.
I have very steady hands. I can do it.
Do you want to open the bottle
Are you
first?
ready, Trigger?
I've got a
Uses
better
his teeth
solution.
usually.
I have next banner ready.
I'm ready. Is Magnus ready?
Listen.
No.
I've got an option for you, Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just put the pump bottle cap on the 2 liter?
I would, but this one is slightly bigger.
No, it fits.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, I've committed to
I've
the
done
bit,
it
so-
before.
It was like the other day. I was streaming, I think, Date Everything, and
Yeah.
I was saying something about someone wearing open toe sandals with socks.
Don't call me
You don't
out
do
like
that.
this.
Yeah,
Socks
I'm
with
calling you
sandals.
out. It's your fashion abolishment. But instead of saying open-toed socks, shoes, I was like, you guys are wearing open-toed socks and closed shoes, and I was like, wait a minute.
That's even worse.
I fucked it up. No, that's how you normally. Well, not open-toed
No.
shoes.
Yeah,
open
exactly.
Socks, but I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I'm gonna commit to the bit. All you people that wear open-toed socks with closed shoes, you're an abolishment to planet Earth. Fix your fashion sense. And I'm like, you see, this is what happens when you have like 10 years under your belt with YouTube. You just go with the bit now. You don't try and fix it. You go with the bit. Boop. All right. Welcome back, everyone. People are still munching a little bit, but it's fine. After our adventurers had the strangest morning I've ever heard of in my entire existence, they are sitting at the tavern. Hold on, I've actually got the name here. At the coral crustacean, and yeah,
SpongeBob SquarePants.
they are busy discussing the day's events for what's to come. You guys know that there's a little bit of hustle and bustle in the city. There seems to be a little bit more activity over to the library, or the water park, sorry. There seems to be a little bit more activity closer to the library than what used to be there.
Have they figured out that everything's sorted inside the library?
We just know there's activity there.
Dis besig, maar dis al.
And the only reason you guys know this is because you hear some people coming into the tavern, the usual daily business, busy gossiping. It's very difficult not to overhear the gossip. The tavern is not like that big, so people are generally sitting on top of each other.
If only I was still sleeping.
They probably wouldn't care, honestly. Anyway, what are you guys doing?
So I prefer if you call me names, not knife ears.
Oh, we're doing this right now. Okay.
And so the biting diseases settle in. First sign,
Limbs.
dementia.
Oh, we're doing this right now. Okay.
Okay.
Can you roll a D1000 for it?
There's 100.
Actually, just curiosity.
Oh no! Why did you open your mouth?
We need a bird bath for
The
you.
D1000.
I'll find it. Oh,
You know
there we
the
go.
fucking-
First D100 roll of the day.
What is it?
What is it?
It's a 1.
No
You're dead.
way. You need to take a picture of that.
You now have cancer.
Yo.
No one take that seriously. That's a joke. Anyway, carry on. Don't mind me. That was
You
just
stubbed your
for
toe
laughs.
and turned into Lego pieces.
You die like one of those Lego Star Wars characters.
There is a slight hint of jest on my face. In the sense that I'm not offended
Not-
by it.
She's not serious.
You don't like being called knives, pointy.
Just like you don't like being called normie.
The fuck you say?
Exactly. Now you understand why I did what I did last night, hey?
I see. But
It's just convenience.
listen, I've been through some trauma shit.
That's not
Bang.
my problem. Don't push your stuff on me.
Can everybody quit
I
and
understand.
take a bitch drink or something?
I get you have history. I'd rather be here with you if you're friendly about it than projecting on me it onto us.
I get you. Alright.
And if we get to go along better, we work together better. Working together better equals surviving longer. At least until our quests are done and we don't need to see each other's faces again. So I'll decide to do that.
Alright, let me get to know yous. Alright. And then see if I will still call you, you know.
Just know I'm gonna punch you in the face if you call it me again.
You know what, fair enough. Look.
The sorcerer punching the wizard, and the wizard is scared.
And also just want to say, I had a really bad history with elves. I just, yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. But
No.
remember,
you know.
you can think of me as being all sorts of animals rather than what my ears tell you I am.
All people are the same.
So if I call you Fluffy, will that offend you?
That's fine. Anything except whatever you called me last
Fluffy.
night, and since I met you pretty
So
much.
knifey is or knifey? Not those ones. Eh?
You really testing.
Just lifts up her
right
hand,
now.
lightning starts coming off and he
No,
shits
that's
himself.
Alright.
But the
I'll get
actual
you.
name is Talia. If you ever get to that point.
No, I remember you. Just, yeah, sorry. It's a bad habit of mine. Talia. So, yeah. I'll agree upon this, but do anything funny to me,
Malachi is sitting in the corner.
I'll
giggling.
never agree to this ever again.
I'm guessing.
Right.
I'm guessing you're just naturally looking at Keanu.
I know, I'm like half confused because he's hitting me and then he's
Are
like,
you
you know,
two an item?
What's an item? It's not a rock.
Well,
what
let's
do you
just
mean?
marry.
You were sleeping in the same bed.
He invaded my property.
I was there to comfort him.
No, you invaded my privacy
By comforting you.
by eating my leg because you thought it was steak.
It was smelling good.
Okay, we are digressing. Let's just all rather introduce ourselves. Rory said my name is Talia. That is memes over there. Anyone else wanna just tell us their names at the very least?
I believe everyone knows who I am.
Yeah, you're fart,
Fart.
right? Fart?
Thought or fart?
Thought.
Thought.
Fought.
Like the sound fart.
I said
No,
fought.
his name's Thought.
No,
I believe
no, I'm pretty sure it's fart. I heard it fart.
I heard it fart.
You're Morgnus.
No,
Close enough.
I see what you're doing.
What do I do? If it's not that, what is it?
It's Magnus.
Morgnus.
Magnus Ossington. That's right.
Morgnus Ozzy.
You know what?
Roll,
Wait.
You're expected-
roll an intelligence check. For me.
17.
Oh,
Dear
okay.
God.
Magnus
He woke up.
Ossington.
Magnus Ossington.
That's right. I'll get to. I mean, you guys see I've got a solid group, but I'm keeping my guard on. Apologies. Just some had some rough history. But sure. Can you agree upon this?
Do I kind of know that I'm sort of not human?
Now you do.
Now I do.
Now you do.
Wait, you don't know
You don't know.
No,
She's
I know.
That's next to
she's
all
she's
seven.
speaking to DM.
DM.
She's speaking
okay.
to DM,
Okay.
not over table. Not under table.
Inside voice.
Inside.
I see. Okay.
Cool. Metagaming people. Cool.
My Falcon.
Where's my falcon?
Hunting mode.
So we
Carry
got.
on.
So we
I'm
got
enjoying this.
Nims.
Yep.
And fart.
So
Fart. THOT.
Neems.
Not fart.
Sorry, almost. You know,
And
it's really
Magnus.
close to. I'm sorry. Just yeah.
I'm going to take out my calligraphy rules and start writing names on paper and slapping it like a name badge for him so that he can read it. And it's phonetically spelled as well under the real name.
And
Really on the
you
line.
over
Make-
there?
Make a performance check.
Performance shit. Right.
I just want to see how nicely you
The
write with all
handwriting
this.
Do I use my calligraphy rules?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be proficient with it.
Yeah, that's what
So
we
I
like.
just
So you should add your proficiency bonus to it. So you'll add your charisma modifier and your proficiency bonus.
It's 2, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So just the performance. Or performance and. Okay.
No, it's just performance.
16 plus 2.
Oh yeah,
My
no,
proficiency
it's
is 20.
yeah, it's beautiful. That you, despite the morning's shenanigans, you focus. Beautiful, trace the art, everyone's names that you currently know, because not everyone has divulged their names. You
So I'll say as I go, I'll make them.
Yeah.
And I'll just go like. And it just. The names is there. And.
You're awfully quiet.
I try to not make eye contact. Pretend I didn't hear anything.
And I'm
all staring
and I'm
at him.
sitting here looking at you, the one who disappears all the time.
Still. And then I look, and I just look back down.
It doesn't disappear all the time. I mean, you did grab my leg, but it wasn't laughed at me, so it's kind of weird.
He was grabbing your leg. Was he also grabbing your leg?
No, it's grabbing me to get out. Like,
The situation I saw you in.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, the 2 of you are to make me.
Oh, so there's a jealousy feud going on.
no, he was helping me. I think he was helping me.
Again, we are going off track. Just at least give us something to call you by.
Malachi.
Whoa,
Thank you.
not. Sorry. Well,
Be
it's so
like, hey,
tempting.
we finally have a name.
Okay.
You can trust me.
Next.
So it's not knife guy.
Would you like to introduce yourself to everybody?
I'm gonna ready my. Can I ask raise an action for next time he says knife?
Welcome
punch
to-
him?
welcome to.
Malachi. Sorry, Malachi.
Okay, well, I'm just like sitting in the corner basically, but I'm playing with that, or I'm observing the sacrificial dagger I picked up, and I'm just gonna say my name to everyone. I'm Trefia Drelidok, and I just spin my knife. Just that's all I said. Just
Okay.
not tree
That-
fire, Trefia.
That's it.
Yes, that's all I'm gonna say.
You just saying your name. I mean, we didn't meet you. Just, well, I did.
You know my name.
Yeah. All right.
It's the most awkward conversation at a table before. Jeez. Feels like it's Christmas
Such a
dinner.
great start.
Christmas dinner with.
in-laws.
Did you introduce yourself the last time,
Yes.
just so we know who you are?
No, do all of them know? I don't
No.
think so. No.
I'm not gonna introduce you guys to them. Do it yourself.
Did I say you have to?
Well, you weren't taking any initiative for this one.
I am Shariah from Elder Vale.
Yeah. Defective.
And, Magnus, my sincere apologies. You're not so defective after all.
Thanks.
You're a one-of-a
Yeah.
kind human.
Thanks.
I think you
I'm
might.
best. I'm definitely gonna be that way.
First human ever to get bitten by a dwarf.
A dwarf.
Not a dwarf.
A halfling.
If you introduce.
Well,
Is he gonna get like halfling powers like Spider-Man? Because he got bitten.
Right.
Just get
Ne-
shorter.
negative IQ.
Because he bit him on the one leg, the one leg starts
Halfling man.
shrinking.
He starts growing like this.
Hopefully he does.
What the hell?
It just grows like this.
One leg shorter than
You
the other.
guys are the worst. Really.
Who are you?
Okay, Shariah. So what about yous?
You
use
mean little dynamite stick here?
Shariah.
No, Shariah, you. You, mate.
He's talking to you.
I love the accent.
Who are you? I've just said my name's Shariah.
Yes. According to
He
name.
did say his name.
According.
You're,
You saying who are you there? Okay,
you're
yes.
confusing the shit out of him. He called your name to talk to you.
Oh, I thought he was
No,
talking
no,
to me.
no.
Focus.
So, I saw you use a bow. Yeah. That's all I know about you, so. Where'd you come from? I mean, like, you're like human, right? So, like,
No, I'm not human.
the fuck?
You don't know what you are.
Eh?
You don't know what you are.
I'm a butterfly.
What kind of drugs are you on?
I feel like did someone's the
I'm sure you're not the
And I'm just smiling.
I was literally about to say enough skooma for you.
Yes, we're human.
Out here it's called
I'm just
spice.
pulling at you.
Here, you know this well. Out here it's called spice.
Spice.
It's not called skooma. This is not Elder Scrolls.
Is it the worm poop?
Spice.
You don't know.
My soul.
No, it's rock poop for you.
Well, all I know, I'm apparently not human. Half human? I don't know.
Did you also have turned into a butterfly last night?
I
This morning?
wouldn't say a butterfly.
A bat?
No? I don't know.
I had a weird common dream last night.
Mine was very trippy.
I saw my family, and then suddenly everything was on fire, but I was calm. I have no idea why though.
I'm gonna be very concerned for Neems because that's not normal.
I just my big tomb journal thing that I have of all of the wizardly knowledge is like the
Dust.
whole table.
There's a distinct shudder as everyone in the tavern kind of like turns to your table and they turn back.
I'm too short to say, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah, most of them don't really see you. They just hear this thud on this table. Like,
The fuck?
Well,
like there's
the
this awkward silence in the whole tavern, and then people just go back to their.
But to properly introduce myself, I'm Memes, and I'm on a journey to figure out magic through and through, from all facets. Because I feel this doesn't matter where you're from, there's always someone not telling you everything. And I'm here to discover what those things are, uncover truths, and deny falsities.
Okay. Alright. I like magic too. and I will cast Prestidigitation. Well, gosh,
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation.
And I do little like clap and then there's like little fireworks coming out.
Nice choice. I'm just gonna.
I do.
No, I shouldn't.
I do like doing flashy things. A lot of explosions, but sometimes
Internally,
I'll keep it controlled. Sometimes.
internally, I'll just be like, do not cast thaumaturgy. Do not cast thaumaturgy.
Magnus, as you cast that spell, you clap your hands together and fireworks shoot off. More shoot off. Pew, 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 pew. They start getting louder, louder,
Nuclear
bigger,
fusion.
and then it dies out.
I'm gonna sit there.
Thanks. That's why I brought my expertise, making a little entrance. But yeah, I like casting spells too.
So,
Also very curious about that book, but we'll talk about that later.
so I'm just gonna also in response to his magic, just I've got. So for those who don't know, I've got one teal eye and one amber eye, and I just do this, and the eye color swaps.
It's fucking cool.
As you do that, there's this flash of flame when you do it. You open your hand, and as your eyes change, your eyes light on fire change. The flame flickers out, changes back.
Damn.
I like flashy things too.
Okay, names. Get you.
Oh no.
Oh
Rusty's
no,
rolling.
Res is rolling.
How many guards is on my ass?
4.
Oh fuck! These are gonna be shit.
You could be shit.
I stand up to go to the bathroom.
That's my.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
You don't know whether you need to go pee or not, apparently.
I need to get ready to.
Oh no.
Shit's on the floor.
It just goes like.
Split.
You get up, you look around, you see a nice quiet corner.
Do I see this?
All of you see him get up, go to a corner, and he's got his trousers
Okay,
down
I
and he's
wanna-
popping a squat.
If you
I want to
don't
run
think you smell
towards
it,
him and pick him up
squat
like a
a
cat
party.
or dog and rush him to the nearest room.
Roll a strength
Strength
check.
check.
Roll a contested strength check.
Oh no, hopefully I roll.
Oh
Oops, I
no,
did it.
Nikki.
21.
Oh
I rolled a 1.
You roll natural 1.
Yeah.
You
Before
trip
you
over
grab
your
him.
feet.
no.
So
you
as you start running towards him, are you mid push?
Oh no, please don't do this to me.
You run and you slip
Oh no.
no.
on what seems to be someone's vomit. And as you slide,
No.
you run smack dab into thought, mid push. And you land chest first into thought excrement.
There you go. I was just gonna be like, not the worst I've had, but okay.
It was good poop.
What?
Obviously pooped.
Did I miss?
Did I push him over in the process?
What did you
of
miss?
flipping?
You wanted to go to the bathroom.
You push him forward.
Painful.
So you went to a corner.
This day just keeps getting better and better.
I just feel like Malachi and
You-
I are just like,
You see 2 guards walk up to you, slam shackles on you, and drag you out.
Okay.
you in prison now.
Pants still off.
Wiggle.
I'm trying to divert my eyes.
Trying. Not
So you got
actually
your
doing
pants
it.
on your ankles.
Takes 2
You're
forks.
filthy.
Okay, and I'm gonna go back and change clothes again.
Like,
Okay, your friend's been taken in shackles. You see 2 guards walk up to you, put shackles on your hands, and drag you away.
I love this.
Does his bird squawk off?
I'm guessing they're mana shackles, so no magic. No.
Jeez.
Wait,
take
so
me out on
did
a
they just, like-
date first?
They just
They
talk to him.
walked up, they said nothing, they looked you square in the eye, they put shackles on you, took you, and walk away. Do you contest or do you go?
Can I roll to try and think which one would be better for my situation?
Roll an intelligence check for me. You're having a wonderful time. They're carrying you. The wind is flowing down there. It feels great.
He's leaving a poop trail.
Oh, bro.
No, it's luckily not runny. You know, that was. At least got a
It's
decent
like
dice.
Hansel and Gretel with the breadcrumbs. It's just poop.
Even with a +5, 8 doesn't help.
You just let it happen.
Did I come down and see this happen or no?
As you went up, they came along.
I wish I have had Misty Step ready. Well, as a reaction.
What are you guys doing?
I get up and follow, and then I keep on asking, like, did you do anything? What happened?
I just
And then I ask the guards, like, why are you taking them?
The guards remain quiet.
Do you need me to kill someone? Is that why you're taking me?
internally run and run away from the consequences of.
You're in
already
shackles, you
shackled.
can't.
Do I get an option for hellish rebuke?
You didn't take damage.
You didn't take damage.
Shit. Well, I have no choice. I'm just like because I'm short.
They're kind of carrying you under the arms and they're kind of holding you. They're not terribly tall guards, but you're not a terribly tall individual. So they shackle you, they've got chains, and they're kind of dragging you along.
Where's his bird?
His bird's still on his shoulder, still smoking.
Not squawking or doing anything.
Smoking a cigar.
It was flailing, but it's trained enough that if it stays perched, it doesn't go until Neems gives command. So familiar. It does what Neems tells it to do.
So the guards don't try and shackle that one too. Okay.
It's a very tiny bird.
Okay.
One shackle and it'll
So
disappear.
when I see that the guards aren't answering me, I summon my familiar. That is a tracer. It looks like this. If anyone is curious and wants to know, give me a bit.
Oh,
Oh,
Tracer,
okay.
basically a cat with wings.
okay.
And I telepathically tell my familiar to follow the guards.
Okay.
And then return to the table.
Okay. Remember, you can't see through your cat's eyes, no?
Yeah, I know, but we can
Up to a distance.
we can communicate.
Up
with
to a distance.
are you going to tell
Up
it to come
to a
back when
distance.
they
You
know
can't-
what's
No, I-
taking?
You can tell it to go,
Yeah.
but up to you won't know where the cat is until you get within range.
So then what I do is I tell my cat to just see which direction they're going from. To follow them just out the door to see which
It
direction
is
they're
up to
going
a distance because you can telepathically communicate with it, but you won't know where the cat is until you get back in range with it.
Yeah. So then it just waits by. It follows it to like, let's say 5 meters.
You have 120 feet.
120 feet. Okay, then it follows it about 100 feet. The ones carrying Neems.
They take them to the same place, so yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a. It's somatic, so I can't do it. Shit.
Trying to get
Yeah,
out.
you're gonna try and talk.
No, I was going to try to message one of them and say, I'm in danger.
Since Morse code.
I'm gonna cast Psychic Whispers
Mm-hmm.
on this one,
That one.
the intelligent one.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. For 5 hours.
Just-
Over the table, how this works is I can communicate with you telepathically, and you can communicate with me telepathically. As long as you're in a 1 mile radius, and for 5 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna basically constantly feed you.
As long as you're in
A one.
within 1 mile.
1
so
mile.
that's
I'm
500
gonna keep.
500 meters.
Yeah. 1 mile is 500 meters. That math does not add
1
math.
mile is 1.6 kilometers.
Yes.
Sorry. That's pretty far.
Yeah.
1 kilometer is. Hold on, let me just see what the feet is, because
I'm
D&D
just
works
gonna
in
say
feet.
this. I'm gonna feed you visual cues of landmarks. Because I'm intelligent.
Well, I have. Okay, I've cast the spell. Relax. Calm down.
No.
I haven't said anything yet. You don't even know.
It's pretty far.
Yeah.
So you're basically fine.
Okay, well.
Okay.
In your head, you tell us where they're taking you.
Yes.
You don't know which one of us is talking to you, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think
Also,
we're-
just grab my book, please. That's all.
Okay, just remember not to mark one of your sonic energy die for this.
Yes,
It's the
yeah,
first time you
yes.
use it after a long rest.
Yes.
I'm, also,
After that,
Yeah.
After that, yeah.
I'm just gonna basically feed visual information like landmarks and stuff. And also, very important, I need my book.
Any books on you? They didn't take anything off you. They literally just shackled you. You've got everything on you.
So,
They put you in shackles and
They
they took
took
you
you
away. They took him away for.
public
Okay.
indecency.
They took you away
For
because I rolled a natural 20 on perception. So when you did this and the flame shot up out of your eyes, and when I told you to be careful.
Oh, I didn't know everything I'm gonna do. Is
So here's the thing.
You are
Because you are new
Yeah, you-
with
you
your
didn't
faith
enjoy it,
incline, your powers are not controlled enough for you to not show your faith broadly. How Urak works is everyone displays their faith outwardly. This is warriors, mages, you name it. Everyone displays their faith in a different way, but the God's powers are very, very prominent. So when you get blessed by the deities, you have to learn to conceal. You don't know that right now. So when you did this, you were like, whoa, cool. The gods are like,
Are these the Amazonians now that are taking him? Or
No,
different-
No,
this
these are
is-
just the water place guards.
Ooh, that's something I'm gonna say. It's like, what's their name? Notify Adia of my trouble.
The day,
Adia.
She's okay. How do you notify her?
No, I'm telling them with the psychic.
Ah,
Yeah.
Mm.
I got the message.
Smart man.
Maybe they could break me up because there's no negotiation gonna happen unless it's with fists.
okay.
Cool.
Anybody
Well,
What are you guys doing?
Are you
I'm-
sharing?
I'm gonna speak now.
Give me like 2 minutes because bathroom calls. Jeez.
All I'm gonna say is we.
Writing down Twapper got taken by guards for shitting on the floor. Literally.
And you sliding in my death.
Oh.
And Neem's also arrested.
At least I didn't shit on you this time, Gregor.
Yeah. As long as no.
When are you gonna learn? Trying to save me from my stupidity is not gonna help you.
I feel.
Yeah. Oh.
I hope. Not
Have you
feel.
introduced yourself to everybody?
Yes.
Everyone's introduced.
Yeah.
I have
Everyone's
no
introduced
idea who
themselves.
Keith actually is.
Yeah,
don't
because you
introduce
didn't say
yourself.
your name.
Oh,
you
should I
just
not-
asked.
Anybody. Okay.
Yeah, you just asked. You just.
Well,
you
I'm
were
still
just like-
upstairs, so
you
I have
don't
not gotten
know.
downstairs.
Yeah, you just say that you don't know whether you're human.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Nix, you can't sit there. Our new DM is Khajiit.
Nice. Because you just very.
No, it's a what's it? A Tabasco. What?
Tabaxi.
Tabaxi. That right.
If Nick smells, we all get along.
Right on. No,
Stone.
this is not going to work. Off again.
Nick said we dinged.
It's a gat.
And
Whi-
poof!
Which
Our
Nix?
DM appears in human
The
form.
one that was sitting on the huge chair.
I'm actually a
Okay.
druid. Okay, carry on. What are you guys
Okay,
doing?
so he
I'm
wants to talk.
speaking.
Okay, wow, sorry. Before that, I'm gonna come downstairs.
Okay.
Lucky. Where the fuck did names go?
And I look at you. Very, very shaky voice, not that confident. They've been taken by the gods. And I'm going to trail her. Someone needs to go find Adora.
Okay, I'm back.
Dora.
Is that a name?
Adea.
Yeah, Adea.
Is that
Adea.
the explorer?
Yeah, sorry,
Dora
Adea.
the
You
Explorer.
need to find a door.
Adea.
One of
Well,
the.
but nicely done, okay?
And then alert them, and then I go.
Can
Okay,
you
you
spot
follow.
the jail cell?
Okay. Can you say cocaina?
You find names that you just okay.
Rusty, this stage is not going away.
Can you spot the dragons?
A kraken comes out of the ground and kills you.
I said nothing.
You bit my sorcerer.
That's racist.
I think it's
That was
time that we
really
go and figure out what's going on. Why is he being arrested?
She.
You didn't say something.
She.
You did say
Oh,
something.
she. Is that a girl?
This is a woman.
He's playing a female
Playing a
character.
female character.
And I'm saying it looked like a man.
Oh God.
No,
Okay.
no.
Anyway,
No.
so then my Tressum
Away with you.
comes back.
Away with you,
and
big boy.
tells me that which way have they headed?
So basically, your cat and him are working kind of side by side.
Okay.
So you guys see them go down the main area, and you can see there's quite a few people. You'll see this in your mind's eye because of what news
Yeah.
is relaying. Your cat is just like following around, having a good old time.
Quick interject. Completely forgot I had a familiar. I'm gonna basically not like mentally nod or physically nod and to mentally tell my familiar to like, you know, the whole circling thing in
Observe.
games around my location, so it's easier for them to spot me.
So what you three see, just for the sake of expediency, because all three of you generally see the same thing. You're going down the main thoroughfare, and there's a lot of people that have come out. And they see you particularly in hand shackles, and you hear hisses and boos and people like trying to throw stuff at you. You see a whole bunch of guards like blocking off, and as your familiar starts circling, you notice that Adea and the others are sitting behind one of the statues, and they look like they're ready for an ambush.
Oh, damn.
But they are fairly much quite a bit of ways away from where you are. And you're going down main thoroughfare, and it seems like you're being led to the right, which is past the docks, through one of the higher up areas. So as you're going through, you're seeing all these beautiful grand houses closer to the coastal side. Just a little bit further, you see the stockades. And they look run down, overgrown with seaweed. Kind of like there's this distinct smell of not seaweed but barnacles and rotting fish and urchins and everything just like clumped up on the side. And you see these stockades. And you go a little bit further, just past the stockades, and you see a couple of people like behind bars and shaking it, and you hear a few people moaning and shaking from the cold and the salty sea air. And they lead you in what looks like this very dilapidated looking building, but beautiful carvings on the outside. It's got two white pillars, and you see there's inscriptions of all kinds of water markings and weird, wonderful language. Honestly,
I look
that's okay.
fascinated.
You do. To you, this is like insane. This is like
I
damn.
don't know if it shows on my face, but if it
No,
does,
it's
the
there.
gods
It's
will
like
see
it's
that
you're
I'm
like,
not
wow, this is
appalled, but
amazing.
fascinated.
And you get led in, and they open one of the cells, and they throw you in, and they close it. And you hear they kind of lock it up with a very strange mechanic that you haven't seen before. You the same. They throw you in the same cell, still pants down, in the same jail cell.
He's got some poop smeared on his butt.
Shame, shame, shame.
You do. There were a lot of people that were like, they were shaming the ever-loving hell out of you. You kind of blocked it out because you were too intrigued by what was going on. But yeah, that's the information they relay. But just past there, there's a massive statue of the previous deities of old that they used to worship. And just behind, further on, seems to be this long, kind of boarded up area. And you just see, just past that, Adea and a couple of people. Warrior paint on. They look like they're They're ready for something. What do you guys do?
I want to roll for stealth.
So
We've
you-
now followed them, right?
It's broad daylight, ne?
No, wait.
so Malachi
Haven't
gave.
left yet.
I can go down.
Okay, so
Malachi's not.
how do you want to move through the city?
Did Malachi give the information to all of us?
I
Up
want
to
not-
Malachi to say.
I'm
And
not.
it's also
I'm
up
not.
to her to say.
Not with you guys.
Yeah.
Yo, you left.
I'm following.
Generally, everyone would have followed at that point, so they see
Yeah.
where you're going. So at that point, everyone would have gone with.
Mm.
You see, the streets are busy. Like after everyone, they kind of the crowd followed and then dispersed, and you hear all these hush hush murmurs like, "What was that person doing here? Were they of the fire faith? What are they doing here? Kill the non-believer!" That kind of whole.
Did we follow them to the cells? No.
You guys are a fair distance away.
We just like
Proper distance away. You're far enough that you don't arouse suspicion, but there's a significant amount of guard activity now. Like after you were shackled, it seems like someone might have alerted a horn or told people that there are non-believers in the city, especially fire faith, and now the city is on like super high alert.
If I get broken out here, I'm no longer a wizard.
Yo.
I'm gonna be like, nope, I don't know, I am not a wizard.
Okay,
Okay.
what are you guys doing?
Cool. So I have been walking
I'm gonna go to Odea.
just in the.
Yeah.
You
You
don't.
you
No,
don't know
you
what
don't.
he is?
You don't know
Wait, do I
about
know?
it, Dea. Haven't said anything.
Oh, you haven't said anything. Okay.
You know nothing.
I have been walking in broad daylight, but I'm gonna stealth and slip down an alleyway and make my way to a Dea.
Roll a. There's a lot of guard activity.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, there's this. It's broad daylight. There's a lot of guard activity.
How tall are the buildings?
They're fairly tall, but not ridiculously tall. But there's definitely, like you can see on some of the rooftops, there's like
And the
people
gaps
standing
between the buildings?
gaps between the buildings are fair and they're dark. So I'm giving him like he can roll, but there's a lot of activity. You never saw it before because it seems like the guards are like garrisoned and the city you're in is big. You guys really have only been at the coastal region.
Yeah.
This is where the main problem is, but further up past the gates to the right of the city. So where you guys came in from was more coastal region side. If you go, like the city of Aurelia is massive. It is the capital city, and you can see it. Like even as you came up on the towers, there were at least guards patrolling on the outer wall. Not significantly, but now that there's been an alert of people of the fire faith within the city walls,
Do they suspect?
there's a significant amount of guard activity throughout the city, and people have started climbing rooftops, and you see the docks. As you start looking, you see it like the ships are starting to pull in. It looks like there might be like a lockdown or something happening.
Yeah.
And the rest of us are still in the.
What did you roll?
20.
Nice.
I rolled a 22 and a 20.
Natural 20 or
No,
just
no,
a
like
dirty
just
20?
with just with.
Dude,
At disadvantage.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. well.
If it fails, like I still.
Somehow, through all the busyness, you slip down an alleyway that no one seems to be looking through. And you go as best you can. You make your way almost to the stockades. I'm going to need you to roll another stealth check. I will say a normal stealth check
Okay.
because you have managed to pass a lot of the security.
Does a 21.
I'm going to kill him.
You're not even a rogue.
He is
He
a rogue.
is.
Oh wait, no, sorry, 19, not 21.
Oh, well, that changes everything. No, you managed to slip by, you walk past. People just don't seem to take notice of you, and you manage to get just beyond the wooden boards when suddenly you're pulled with a hand over your mouth. Pulled, you got the spear tip right on there, and then Adair's like, whoa, shh. Pulls it away, and she goes, well done. But now we're in deep trouble.
I just nod.
We're going to try and break your friends out. And we're going to take you to see the Queen.
Prison break.
I just ask, what do you need us as a party to do?
We need a distraction. You might get caught, you might not get caught. But I will assure you, we will take you to our queen, and not the faux queen that has been put in power. We've done some investigation on our own. Someone has usurped the throne. We need to save the queen. Do what you need to, and meet us back here. And you see them. It's strange. It's broad daylight. Very tan skinned individuals, and you see they've got their war armor now. So it's beautiful blue scales. I'm talking. They're almost pearl-like in their texture.
So
and
they're
the
like-
shine.
They're like pearlescent.
Yeah, kind of like
Changes
that. Yeah,
colour as
yeah.
you look.
But it's a very beautiful shimmer of blue. You see them. They're MMO dressed.
Remember?
MMO armor dressed.
Fantasy armor.
Fantasy armor online. But you can see not many scars. Strange enough. And it's strange to you that someone in broad sunlight could fade into shadow so quickly. You look over to the stockade, you turn, and they're gone.
So they're even better than you.
Spooks.
Spooks.
I'm gonna.
You, from your history and what you know, is when someone does this, they know the city inside and out. They know how to get where they need to without being
Yeah.
seen. And despite you going through alleyways and everything else, you have no clue where they went. They've shown no traces of footprints or anything.
We lost Malachi as a group because
Yes.
Oh, he slipped into a thing.
I'm gonna.
Have
You
we
rolled
left-
21.
have we
right?
left-
We left. We followed him,
Yeah.
but then he slipped away.
Yeah, so you guys are currently just like walking towards the general direction where your cat like kind of is leading you, yeah?
Also
Can
Yeah,
I?
so-
Can I?
Your bird does not see where they went at all, and it's
Where I
shocking.
am.
Hmm?
My bird knows where I am.
Yeah, your bird knows where you are. You've kept it circled. Your bird can see the general direction in where you are, but like it's just like a top view from where you are,
Yeah, no.
kind
I'm
of
just
thing.
Telling it basically to.
Yeah.
No, but like my Tresem can also fly, so I think my Tresem would be able to more or less see where his is circling.
You said kept it on the ground to follow. You need to be specific about flying.
Okay.
Yeah, be specific.
So we've gone in the direction to look for them.
So she's leading you currently because he's disappeared. So you will generally just kept at a general safe distance for the cat to have seen where they've taken
Do
you.
we see Tweety Bird flying around in the
You know nothing about that bird. You're not looking up in the sky. Are you actively looking for the
That's
bird?
why I'm asking if we see his bird or anything.
Like
You don't know he'll put his bird in the air, so
Yeah.
So
You-
is
no,
is
you're not looking
Talia's
for it.
leading us right now, right?
Huh?
Talia's
She's
leading
leading
us.
It'll
Okay.
kind of look just like a
I'd-
normal
so
bird. You'll just
Did
think
we
it's a
notice?
bird.
Did we notice that Malachi left? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
You were still
You're
busy talking and then. Huh?
Where the fuck
Okay.
did he go now?
I speak to the party. I was like, where did Malachi go?
I have no idea.
He said your name.
I'm starting to have some trust issues with this guy.
Oh,
Just
okay.
leaves a lot and just disappears. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyways, one of our companions just got took and fought too. So, you got any information?
Well, I can always ask my familiar to like go on top of any of the buildings nearby, because I can tell you which direction more or less they went in, but I can't really tell you where they are right now.
Let me get on the roof.
Uh,
I see there's a crowd forming further on. Can I can, because I can activate it.
Are you going to climb 60 feet up?
That's why I asked you how high were the buildings.
I
You
said
said
they're not that tall. It doesn't mean you can
so?
jump
Assassin's
on
Creed.
them.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna take one leap and I'm gonna jump on the building. I can jump
Okay,
from side to
sure,
side. Jump,
sure.
jump.
Try acrobat up 60 feet, please.
Okay.
Mum, a standard building is still pretty tall. Even a house, you're not going to leap up on the house 30 feet. You have to
You
climb.
already
stuff.
said there's other people walking on the house, so obviously
No,
there's gonna place
no.
to get up
Okay,
there.
we're
You
not
said
listening.
they were listening on.
You're not listening. There are some places, important buildings that have got guards on top. Doesn't mean they're going to see you. They're not looking actively for people on the roof. So you can do it. The main problem here is it's broad daylight. So you are
they will
welcome
see
to try and go on the roof.
I will see.
But I'm going to roll for perception here. So that's it. You can try. You'll be able to make it if you roll decent and don't fall flat on your ass.
Question. Is like do none of the other people that cross over my trace in the past, like,
Animals are very frequent in many of the cities.
okay.
There's a lot of stray cats. There's a lot of like,
even a cat with wings.
yeah, it's a mythical place. There's a lot of places, cats with wings, mythical creatures. There's
Okay.
Oh yeah.
okay
My
out
phone
in the
is
ocean
so-
because you guys never asked.
Mm.
So that might be.
Out in the ocean,
There's flying
there are
fish.
giant octopuses that you can see busy helping boats fish and things like that. This is a very, very magic heavy fantasy place. So a cat with wings, it is not uncommon at all. So no one suspects it. No one, oh, look, kitty. You find a couple of people that want to pet the cat, but the cat's like
Smoking
focused,
bird
so
on
it
the
just
edge.
goes.
They like
No, the bird's not smoking. You don't know. All you know is
Those
the
who
bird is
saw it-
smoking. You don't know.
might see those who saw my bird already might be able to see that as a different.
but
from
there
my
are
bird.
other birds
Many
flying in
many
the sky.
people would have seen your bird fly, but would have assumed that your bird's just going
Normal
someplace.
bird, yeah.
You guys are reading way too much into it. You guys are reading way too much into it. Even if it circles, there's many birds. You're at the coast, seagulls,
Yeah, no, fair.
things like that circle. They dive into the ocean, grab a fish, fly out. It is. You guys are thinking way too hard. Let the world just happen. I will tell you. I will tell you when shit goes down.
Yeah.
Now, if you were in the fire kingdom, then you'd have a problem.
Okay.
Because
But you
things
were-
flying in the fire kingdom are all fire-based creatures. Cats don't like fire.
Mm.
So if your cat becomes a sphinx, that's a different story.
Okay.
But your cat's magical, so it will alert. Here, at the coastal region, there's a wild, diverse wildlife thing. And because people from different parts of Urak have come in, they've brought different pets and wildlife. The Water Faith is one of those that don't mind different wildlife as long as it's not fire-based.
Okay.
You guys are reading way too much into
Okay.
it.
Well,
Calm down.
I
No one is actively looking for a bird that's going, you're circling.
No.
No one is looking for a cat with wings going, oh, why is it following? Cats
Okay.
do everything. You've got like 3-4 cats going different directions. So don't read too much into that.
Do we pass like a market or something?
You went
on the
straight
way?
through the main thoroughfare. So where you guys were, here was the tavern. There's the market. Here was the library you guys invaded, and it's got quite a bit of guard activity now. The doors were wide open, so there was a lot of things going on there. No one suspected because no one saw you. You guys rolled stealth really well. I was fully expecting to catch you, and you guys rolled ridiculously well. So there's a lot of guard activity. Then you go through the main thoroughfare, down the main street, and this is where the scores amount of people came, and there were too many people for people to worry about your cat. Like, no one cares.
Okay,
They were
sure.
focused on the fire individual being carted down the main road down to the stockades. So no one cares about your cat. No one cares.
Okay. Then how long
Then-
until we do?
Oh no, you guys are pretty far. So how it goes is, there's the main thoroughfare. You turn right by the docks. It goes past for a good kilometer, 2 kilometers. Stockades are on the end, past the high tier district, and then you find the broken down stockades where some of your lifers are put in so that they can be tortured by the ocean air and the ocean sea, get plastered by the water, cold, salt air eats away at them. Into the prison guard, this is where they were put in. You didn't see that. All you saw was she was taken down to the stockades, into a building. You don't know where she is, you don't know what.
At least I'm not getting told.
Same
Your
with-
bird would have seen where
Yet.
you went in. He disappeared. He has all the information
I need to
mentally
come back.
that she has been conveying.
That's-
There you go. Did I clarify it now for you
Yes,
all?
yes.
I wanna.
My gosh.
Can I see Malachi yet?
No.
I haven't
No,
made the
he
decision
hasn't-
to come back.
He hasn't made the decision to come back.
Can I
He's
make
still
the
chilling
Can I
there.
make the decision to come back now?
Do you want to come back?
Yes. I'm also
Okay.
going. I'm also going to conveniently ignore the person that was following me.
There's no one following you.
Well, the guy that ran away. Remember?
Oh, no, that was already.
No, that was
Oh,
the
one of the guys. Yeah.
yeah.
No one saw you. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll stealth for me.
Again.
This one will be normal. The next one will be disadvantage.
And that one.
Oh,
Oh no.
You did.
Cool.
cool! Everybody's gonna get locked in the stockades.
Wow.
We
That
are
was a
rough.
3.
I mean, we're
But you rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
As you step out from the statue, you put your hand on, and as you move forward, one of the arms fall off the statue, and you turn, and there's 2 guards with swords pointed at you.
Oh
nice.
Do you go quietly?
No.
What do you do?
I'm gonna try run.
Okay.
They wanted a distraction. I'm gonna give them a distraction.
It's a natural 20.
Oh no.
That's a test of strength.
Mhm.
So as you try and run, he grabs you. Make a contested strength roll.
Nope.
As you try and run, you get caught by this meaty hand. I'm talking, he's got Shrek-like fingers.
Nice.
He grabs you, and as you can see, his skin is very dark. Very, very dark. Very tall human. Big black beard. Very big. It's got a adornment of armor on, kind of like goes over the nose.
Mhm.
Very like kind of, I don't want to say Viking helmet, but almost like that. Also
Like
clad
Oblivion
in
or
what looks
something.
like scales all the way down.
Oblivion. Helmet.
He says nothing. He grabs you, pulls your arm behind,
Mhm.
puts a sword next to your throat, and they lead you into the stockade.
Can I at that point tell my
You don't know.
Trace-
You
Seven.
don't know.
You don't know. It's not anywhere near yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
he's
is,
far- he's
remember,
far
this
away.
is you are still moving while he's gone there. He's got a
Okay.
very, very, very quick shortcut.
Okay.
As you are
You
pulled
wanted to
in,
flex.
they open the door, they throw you in, and they close.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't kind of.
Right.
Cool.
Now, at
Yeah,
this
three
point,
zombies
you
is there.
do see 3 figures and one. Actually, make a perception check for your cat, please.
For my cat.
For your cat.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just.
I believe they take your proficiency, if I remember correctly. You've
wait,
put your
what-
pants on
what-
by now
which-
because it's cold.
Which thing is it? It's perception.
Perception.
I mean, my cat's passive perception is 12, but
It should be your proficiency bonus for perception, which is +6. No,
Okay.
sorry, your proficiency is +2.
Ah.
So roll and add
Yeah.
+2.
Sit on it, obviously. Well, allemaal ander kun je wel.
18.
Okay, you do see Malachi being
taken.
dragged into the stockade with a knife to his throat, pretty big broadsword by a very, very big burly individual, taken into a building, disappears.
Okay.
I'm gonna execute
Does
you all.
Did everyone see this? Or?
She,
No.
no,
No, so-
her cat is
the
up.
cat-
You
oh,
guys
the
are
cat.
still walking.
Okay, cool.
You're trying to remain inconspicuous because there's still a lot of people that you're
So
trying
what-
not to get noticed by everyone following your friends.
We're about
There's
120
murmurs here and there
meters
that these
away.
are your friends, but no one was taking interest enough.
Mm.
How long?
You guys were pretty stealthy in the start of this that people weren't really taking notice of you.
How long did it take us to get there?
Oh, it would take you a good 20 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I think like Magnus is like probably gonna be. I think this is.
At
wasting
this
his
time, your cat will come back,
Yeah.
and then you can relay the information.
Yeah.
What is up with my bladder? I have the bladder of the pregnant woman.
Okay, so then let's just say that at this point, I stop the party and take us like off to the side of where, like, so we're not in the middle of the road.
Not so busy,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I tell you guys about what my cat saw. Well, my cat has returned now, so my cat is like right next to me, and I tell you guys what I saw. Well, what my cat relays to me telepathically.
I'll be like, what the fuck did he do now?
I told him I'm going to allow him one knife here.
So we are 3 people down.
Look,
We're half
I don't think this is a great idea. I think there's a lot of people, and the best way is doing it at night time.
I mean, I can always just ask my cat to go look at some of the like security measures that they
Exactly. We can prepare, gather some resources, and then go during the night time when there's less people. So you can send your cat.
We need to find a dare.
I wonder who is that
have.
in
Basically,
I do want to redeem myself.
all I just did is I just said
yeah.
like we just moved all to the side so we're not in the middle of the road, and then told them about it, about like what the cat saw and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and then he proposed that that we might need to go at night time. So then I proposed that I send my cat back to see like what security, like where there are any gaps and whether my cat can make it into Malachi.
And I said we need to find a dare.
Oh, why is the cat going into him?
No, to see if he can go in to find Malachi. It's 2 words. In
Okay.
2
So what do you want to do?
I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna find this woman.
So, I'm just gonna go to the market. I still need to do that.
So you just
And
go
then
to the market.
I'm gonna prepare
Yeah.
stuff, gather resources,
Okay.
because right
What are you
now
looking
there's a
for?
lot of heavy activity.
Yeah, you guys see him turn around and go to the market.
I was just like, where the fuck is everybody going?
Well, I'm gonna stay here. I also need something from the market, but like I need to stay here to see to find out what my cat can find. So
Gather information.
Can I see any of the Amazonians, like any one of them?
Make a perception check. If someone wants to help her, I'll give her advantage.
I'll help.
And we'll have your cat look as well.
What is my perception? Okay, it's okay. Fuck that dice, I'm not using that. Maybe I should. I rolled a 90 when I put it down. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Okay.
Roll again.
Don't you want to take the dice?
Okay. 14.
You. That's not enough.
It's not enough.
You need it.
Fuck.
You don't see anything.
Anyone got any ideas?
You're gone.
Yeah.
You went to the market. What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
What are you looking
You three
What do you wanna buy?
in jail currently. Anything you three would like to do?
Curse my. Curse my.
for? Is our soul being actively guarded?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
I know what they're doing.
God, who do you need me to heal? Why did you bring me here?
Stays quiet.
Wow.
Sir, I'm not sure if you heard me, but why did you bring me here? I'm certainly want me to heal someone, yes?
Stays quiet.
I'm going to.
Is it you? Are you deaf?
I'm going to pipe up and say, unless you've got the patience of a god, he's gonna not stop.
No response. Nothing.
Bro, he's gonna like.
I'll continue as
I'm just gonna
Continue
make it-
asking.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go insane.
Oh my god.
You continue asking. There's no response. This goes on for a while, by the way.
Oh my god.
Okay, and you are at the market. What do you want to buy?
What are you doing?
Okay, so I want to go to the bakery.
Okay. Sure. I'm going to the bakery.
I like to go to the bakery. Yeah.
And what would you like at the bakery?
Cream pie.
Well, I want to see what's the costing, the weightage.
The
So
general baked goods here, they're not well made. You walk in and there's the smell of fresh bread and goods and stuff, but there's this very distinct smell of fish. Very distinct smell of fish. And you take a look at some of the desserts and stuff and actually roll an roll a perception check for me, just to see how much of this you see.
Okie dokie. Just perception check.
Shirai is just like standing there, like, what are we doing? You know you can. Okay, DM to player. You are a ranger. You can track. You have expertise in survival. If you want to find the Amazons, roll a survival check so you can see if there's any trace of footprints or anything that you can follow.
Oh wait, I can also do that.
You can also do that. Listen. Everyone, this is for everyone on the table. DM2 players. Try and think outside the box, not just the conventional methods. And you can ask me as many times as you want.
Yeah.
If you want to do the same thing over, the DC goes higher. That's why I allow you to do investigation checks with advantage if more than one person is doing it. If you can't find something, that doesn't mean that it ends there. Use a different method. Use your class's expertise for certain stuff, right? They are currently trapped in a jail cell, so they can't really do anything. She's mana shackled, so she's useless. She's useless. He's useless. He's mana shackled, but he's dumbass. So he's going to annoy the guard to no end. He's going to go off his rocker because of it. But he also can't do anything because they guard him. So 3 of your party members are down. That doesn't mean you're out. You have another rogue who is very well versed in stealth. The rogue can try and do things. You fucked off, so you're not part of the equation anymore. You have 2 people that are very well versed in nature and survival.
And
Use that. And stealth. Use that to your advantage. You have a cell sword. Think very carefully. If you are relaying the correct information, try and come up with a scenario. None of you know you're supposed to make a distraction because he's the one currently withholding the information.
Yep.
So somehow you have to get him out to make the distraction happen. Now you not communicating with people bites you in the ass. You see how D&D works now. So this is just player to DM, and to everyone at home, just think out the box because I can only help you so far. So because most of you are still new to this, try and do that. Just try and think what your characters can do in a situation where you're tied up. Otherwise, you can try and get yourself arrested as well to get going to the stockade, start a brawl. You can do that and then get out. You can do that. Like you can start a brawl if you want. That's the magic of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but that's an option.
Well, that
So
was,
to everyone at home and over here, just think outside the box. Okay.
I know what
Back
I like
into the world.
Okay,
If
back
this was
to-
date everything, I'd say back to being
Okay,
horny.
so do we know where the stockade is now, Nick?
She has to relay the information.
She did.
I already said that I
So you
did.
guys know where it is.
No, where it is.
So it's within 120 meters of where we are now,
Okay.
Okay.
other than him.
Is there,
My perception is got a nat 20.
is there a
Wait.
tin cup in my cell?
There is conveniently a tin cup in your cell.
Money
I have my rights.
for the poor! Money
Actually,
for the poor!
just for flavor, roll a performance check for me, please.
Oh no.
I just want to see how well you do this and how charismatic you do this. I do. I want to relay this as best I can because this image is just amazing. There's going to be so much fan out of
18.
this. 18. You somehow go deep into your inner drama and you put on the waterworks a little bit. And you're like, I have my rights, you can't keep me here. And you clang, 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 clang. Drr, drr. You are going insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least they'll know
You
who
rolled a
I'm
nat 20 on perception.
Yes.
There are distinct pieces of fish bits in many of the pastries. You see a little tail here. You see an eyeball over here.
What?
You see some fish pieces. You get the feeling that they really don't have much in the city other than the fish that they have. And it does not look good.
That's not so good. Okay.
It does not look good.
Okay, I would like to go to the merchant. Go to.
Which merchant? There's many. What do you want to do?
No, in the bakery.
Okay?
The baker.
Sure? Yeah? Yeah?
I was like, so hello. I would like to.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
Might I say you are absolutely massively ravishingly dressed.
Well, thank you.
And
I do.
when you look at the merchants, long brown hair, baker's apron on, doesn't seem to be a shirt underneath the baker's apron,
Okay.
which is kind of strange, but it's a little bit hot, so you understand. Pretty hairy arms, and you see it's a very aged human. You can see there's like some laughing lines and there's some greys in the roots here on the back, but seems like a fairly decent individual. Yes, how can I help you today?
Yes, I would like to get 5 kilograms of flour.
5 let me actually just see if no one really requests flowers. Is there a reason you need this flour?
Well,
Just like you play.
I'm kind of cooking something really good, nice, and I need to practice a bit with it. So I do need to. So I'm probably not going to do it masterclass for the first time. So I would probably need a lot to.
Make a deception check.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was
mother-
about to say this.
Make a deception
It sounds a
check.
little bit hairy, eh?
Just quiet up immediately.
That also would have been a
This
deception.
is so fun.
16.
16. Well, look, we've got a little bit of limited supply, so it is going to be a little bit expensive. I can spare you like 3 kilograms. Is that going to be enough?
Sure. Yeah.
It's going to cost you a gold piece. Steep. Oh yeah, no, it's very steep. But you get the sense, like when you look at the shop,
They need it.
they need it. So he's going to be pricey about this. And the gold is a lot of money for just 3 kgs of flour.
I'm gonna cost.
It's gonna cost.
Do you have friends?
Do you have anybody
You
here?
went
As
yourself.
a player to a player, you saw what just happened to me. Are you sure you want to do this?
We'll see now.
That prestigitation thing. I don't know what's it. Prestidigitation.
Yeah?
Prestidigitation.
That's,
I need a.
it's the cleanup spell. That's what you call it.
Yeah. I'm gonna basically do a nice
Mhm.
clap, little sparkles come in, and then just give it a little mocking face. Come on,
You gotta do that.
I'll be your. Listen, I'm gonna come here a lot. I'm gonna be your valued customer.
He's gonna smolder.
A little discount would help.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah.
Persuasion or deception, one of the two.
Which was higher?
They actually both the
Just declare which one you're gonna go for.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Eight.
He kind of tries to do the same face you do. No.
Fair. Tried my lesson, right?
One
But
gold.
I'm still gonna come here often.
That's
anyways.
fine, but one gold.
All right. Pass.
Take one.
Is it
gold
coins?
backpack.
The gold.
You see him like kind of
Yeah,
do
it's a
this,
coin.
this
It's a
haversack.
gold coin. It's a bag.
Kind of does this haversack. Throws what looks like flour, and it does look like flour, but you can see as he's pouring, fish eye.
Tail.
Oh,
Tail.
Scabs.
Oh, sorry. And you see him kind of like, okay, cool.
thanks.
Thank you for your service, and he kind of pulls the same face. Do come back again.
Absolutely.
Kind of strokes his beard. This is going
Rusty. Rusty, that.
He wasn't convincing
The
enough to do
fucking-
that.
I'm just gonna say this.
At this point,
If he was a bard, he could have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
No.
At this point,
I would like to cast speak with animals,
mhm,
and then look for any rats.
make a perception check. The streets are fairly clean here, despite
Well-
how the place looks. It's not really.
Rats
Are you looking
or-
for any animals in the vicinity? I wouldn't
Yo,
say
basically,
rats.
give me whatever animals I can see.
Make a
on the
perception
ground.
check.
That's what I want to know.
Remember, you can also speak to your cat with this.
Yeah, I know, but
You can
like,
actually, if it's a fine familiar, you can telepathically talk to it.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. But
Do
the
you?
thing is, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
it is-
She wants to find out about the latest rumors.
Perception.
She's talking to the squirrel from the druid camp.
Wait, not that.
Do they actually have
That
gold?
P. 18.
What are you looking
12
for?
plus 6.
You do find some birds circling. You find a couple of cats in the street. You do see a big old hound as well. Nothing like too exotic. What do you want to do?
Wait. It's few cats, birds. Wait, let me see what's in my inventory. Just give me 2 seconds.
You guys are
I take
complexing everything.
I take out some rations and offer it to. I go to gently approach a nearby cat.
Okay.
Take out some rations and some water.
Like kinda. This is beautiful black cat. Looks like a literal actual void,
Looks like Nick's.
but it's got these slit eyes with blue on them, and he's like, "Aye, that smells fucking great." He goes for it.
Well,
Aren't you just lovely, eh?
I would like to
Kind of.
know something from you.
Yes.
I can get you more of this if you want it.
Yeah.
If you can find, or at least come back and tell me about, like, within the next hour, where I could possibly find very, very big warrior people that have, like, darkish skin. Tan skin. They have, like, bluish armor on them.
You mean like every guard in the city?
Yes, but they're women, and they look very. They have, like, they look very not of this earth, as if they're like heavenly creatures.
He just goes back to eating the food. Okay. Darts off.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna hope for the best.
What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna continue.
Malachi, just roll an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Oh yeah, no, I'm losing my mind.
You're yapping the whole time.
What do you need to do? How for?
Where is the
So wait, the cells there is it like in a building or is it outside?
In a building.
Okay, cool.
16? Am I keeping my sanity?
You are, but the DC's climbing.
Yeah.
With every minute passing, the DC's climbing.
So are we allowed to? We know where they are, so there's
You guys know where they are.
So now it's just a matter of trying to figure out how to get them out and get the Amazonians.
You know nothing about the Amazonians. You
Oh, we
you
know
know you want to
nothing,
reach
okay.
them. You don't know
She
why.
said that she
We need to
wants
look for
to
Adea.
find Adea, so, and that's why I sent the cat. That's the only thing that I can do at this point, other than leaving. I can't leave.
Okay,
because
but
otherwise-
Okay.
if I'm a ranger, then we can sort of look for them.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Who do you want to look for?
Adea.
No. What are you looking for? We know you want to find Adea, but what are you looking for? Are you looking for tracks? Are you looking for signs of where they might have been? Are you looking for symbols? You need to think about. You want to find someone,
You need something.
but you need something. So what are you trying to find?
Just like
That goes
the
for all of
sniffer
you.
dog.
What are you
We
basing
need
your
something.
investigation?
Yes.
On their symbols, didn't they have symbols on their
They did.
skin? So wouldn't there be symbols and things like that on the walls to identify maybe there's a
Investigation check
Okay.
or survival. One of the two.
We'll do an investigation.
Survival is more tracking and doing that kind of stuff. So if you actively want to track them, you would need to look for actual tracks or symbols. I will say I'll give you advantage on this because you have a lot of people looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
But survival is specifically if you find tracks and in nature and stuff. This is investigation.
Okay. So it's not survival. Okay.
You should still be pretty decent on your investigation,
No,
honestly.
but +1,
What's your survival?
+4.
I'll give you survival.
I'm gonna have to survive the gods. You said advantage.
Advantage, yeah.
Oh, 13.
Plus 4, 17.
Nice.
You do see down one of the alleyways, there seems to be a particular symbol that you recognize. And as you look in, you do spot 1, 2, 3 figures.
Can I?
Yes, you guys overcomplicate.
Can I?
Fucking hell.
Can I give them a signal to follow me?
Am I looking?
You don't know what they look like. You just know there's 3 figures there.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I'm gonna need backup if I go into a dark alley.
Okay, Magnus is still nowhere near you.
It's literally the
Right.
4 of us.
It's just the
original
4 of you.
ones.
The
The
original.
ones.
Have you gone back at this time? Because they're still out in the thoroughfare, or you're just doing your own thing at
I will also want to go to the potion shop.
this point? Okay.
He's
You're gonna walk.
making
Now you're on a
cookies.
shopping spree.
You are.
Right, I'm
He's
preparing.
going on a shopping
You
spree.
are-
We want to
okay,
rescue our
so
friends.
I will say, for the apothecary / potion shop, that will be the crustacean curiosities. That is past the thoroughfare where they currently are.
Huh.
It's much further down.
Hi guys. Bye guys.
It's not in the main market because this is more for foot traffic and for other stuff. They generally put these in the higher paying areas for more gold purposes.
So is he coming towards us?
But
or
so
that
we're
way?
not-
You don't see anything.
Okay, I guess I'll go there. Yeah.
Okay, you go. Are you acknowledging their existence or you just
I'll tell them as again. Like,
Okay,
pictures of-
cool.
Yeah.
You guys see him walking around. He's got a big old haversack of whatever.
It's a bag, just like
Magnus.
Hello.
We're trying to find why they've taken our companions and you on a shopping spree. Don't you think we should just wait a bit so that we
Yeah.
can try and get hold of the people?
Yeah, wait a bit. Exactly. Wait till, when it gets dark.
What the fuck was that?
Dota. I open my
He
YouTube
wants
to
to
check
go in
if
the
it's still
dark.
live.
So
Should
What-
we wait until it's darker?
when it gets dark, then there'll be less guards and some easier to go through.
Run
They can wait a
What?
bit. They won't get executed on sight.
And if they double the shift at night?
Ah,
Rusty, about what time is this that we busy now?
Like 12.
By the time you guys are done all your arguing and stuff, it's about 11. It's almost midday.
yeah, like it's bright. I mean, like, say, sneaky boy with the knife. What's your thoughts on sneaking them out?
It's gonna be difficult with all the guards. I'd have to survey the area before I can make a proper plan.
All right.
That's what I wanted to do. I want to get close enough to see what's going on there, but not so that I look suspicious and get caught.
Roll this stealth check.
This is what in the alleyway.
Advantage or disadvantage?
Straight. It'll be straight. Again, you guys are blend enough because there's enough traffic and foot traffic where people are curious enough to see things.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Is when you want to be creepy and sneaky. What did you roll?
20.
Natural
Nice.
20.
Nat
How are you?
20.
Damn.
Like Agent 47 in Hitman Absolution, you blend in the crowd despite having a barcode on the back of your head. You still see the same thing that they do. There's guard activity, but not that much, which is strange. The guard activity in the city is more for the inner workings of the city. They feel that the stockade, where it is pretty decently guarded, that there's not a need for more things there. You get the feeling that them being taken is not the highest priority, but it has alerted the city watch to something inside the walls that should never have been
Okay,
inside.
but I want to also make a perception check to survey the area to see if there's any broken windows I can climb into.
You're not close enough to be
See
near
it.
the stockade to see. From where you guys are, if you go any further than where the population currently is, you will be looking suspicious.
Yeah. But
So-
can I see there are doors and windows? Just
You
not at the
see a
broken
building,
ones?
you see the doors, and you see some windows. That's what you can get from where you are. You cannot see
Okay.
much more than that.
Cool.
It's not much more information I can give you without you guys getting into danger range.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so
you guys need to make a decision. She's seen people in an alleyway. What are you guys doing? And are you staying with them? Or are you going to the potion? Are you going to the curious crustacean? Because this is in the richer area.
Okay. Do you need that information?
Yeah, I came back and I told them about there's not many guards right now, and I don't know if there's gonna be more. So I'm gonna speak. Okay, so
You still
well, if we
Oh, you're
don't
done.
start making a decision, I'm telling you right now, we can't wait until what What do you want to wait till? Until midnight to rescue our
Yeah.
compatriots?
And you can't see in the dark.
That's why the potions are.
Yes, but I'm telling you right now, if we don't make a decision, I swear to you that I will transform into one of my smaller forms and I will go in there and get our compatriots myself. So, are you joining us or?
I don't know why the rush on this, mate.
We don't have time. Make a decision.
Why do we not have time?
Okay, well, while they're arguing,
I'm
gonna-
watching this. This is amazing.
I
It's like,
see-
please carry on. I just need to make some popcorn. Yeah. It's fucking hell. I love
did I see Shariah kind of?
Give
You
her a
saw
head nod.
her. You saw her looking at some places, and you saw her distracted distinctly. Like she's not been paying attention to this whole thing. Normally, Shariah chimes in, but she's
Yes.
seen something and she's not 100% sure.
Okay, what did you see? While they're busy.
You are distracted.
Somebody in the alley.
You're distracted, so when she puts her hand on you, you do get a start.
What?
There might have been a little fart.
Depart. I see symbols on the walls. What's
At this point, the figures have come a little closer, and you do see that there's 3 or 4 of the Amazonians ushering you guys to come forward.
Do I see this?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm gonna grab these two.
Like you actually
drag
like.
them with me.
So you grab them like so.
Both?
Okay.
Unaware.
You guys don't know this is happening, so make a stealth. Not stealth. Make a strength check at advantage.
Times 2.
Times 2. To see if you actually grab them.
Fuck.
Okay, I'm just gonna see this happen
19?
and just follow when she grabs them.
You don't. You
At
don't see this
advantage
happen. You
times
just.
2.
I know.
Yeah. Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm
going,
counting.
yeah.
So you got 19 for the first roll. Okay.
19's gonna.
Yeah, 19.
Okay.
19 plus 4.
19 on both rolls. Okay.
No, there's 3 and 19.
No. You rolled advantage.
Yeah.
Is to grab 1, right? So it's
Oh.
19 to grab 1.
Yeah.
Now you have to roll again to see if you grab the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, advantage.
Okay.
So at advantage. So you do 2 rolls at advantage to see if you grab them both. They don't know you're doing this.
Okay.
They're too busy arguing with each other. They don't know. Man.
Natural 20.
Don't have to roll again.
By the way, just over table, one day if there's fan art of this, I'm gonna die laughing. Because can you imagine someone just grabbing the fan art of Riani, grabbing the druid and the sorcerer, just like, okay, here we go. Just come, kids.
Just pulls them and it's just this dust cloud of
Yeah,
them standing there staying behind.
And then Trafir's like, what the fuck?
I'm
And,
just gonna go like signal to like that.
then Shariah being like the mom of the group, just going, I can't wait.
He
Um,
can easily pick up these two.
But I
That-
couldn't
those
pick
two.
you
Fuck, just out of interest, like, just roll the Constitution saving throw for me, please.
I can't.
I don't think she wants to go
no.
near you because you shat on her. Or near her.
10.
You somehow managed to keep your bowels in. It was very, you just made the DC.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna
I.
say, if
you-
he was
you've
trying to
now-
push,
you've
I'm
now-
gonna push it back.
By the way, you now notice as you look at this cup, there's some symbols on here that intrigues you.
Oh.
And you are lost in thought, just trying to translate and transcribe. The noise has now stopped, but his questions have persisted. Malachi, I need you to make another intelligence saving throw for me. The DC will be higher.
What is my modifier? 19.
Somehow, some way, you are remaining sane. After the clang-clanging, and now Neems has stopped and... Oh!
Oh, look.
And you see Neems actually, like, stop and look at the cup. And she's lost.
Okay, so question now.
Thought is still going. He's still asking who needs healing. This whole time.
Over the table, if he's gonna try and have a bowel movement, he's gonna go get kicked right back up.
It's fine by me. Okay, so...
Riani grabbed them and I
You
was
just-
looking
you
at
just
them.
see-
I just
you-
see them go.
You go... You guys are still mid-argument.
Yeah, but
I'm just like,
but the
what
conversation, I'm gonna be. Oh, what the?
Okay, like, oh, when are you two gonna like call me closer? Or am I just gonna decide by myself?
Are you going with
walking.
them or are you?
They
she's
carry.
grabbed two of
grabbed
them.
them.
Rihanna's
walk.
carrying both of us.
Yeah, like as they're walking
She's
away.
okay. So she's strong enough to carry both of you. I will.
How are you carrying us?
Oh no, she's got you by the scruff of your
But
clothing.
like cats, like you with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got you by the scruff of your clothing.
Okay, I'm crossing
You
my
guys
fingers like.
Okay,
I wanna go to the walk.
She grabs them
Yeah,
and starts walking with them, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I just start following.
yeah. Shiraya, are you following? And what do you make of the
Daria's
situation?
in the front. I'm in the front.
Oh, you don't even know this happened. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you meet
I'm too
up.
busy watching what's going on in
You
the.
meet up, and they give you a head of acknowledgement, and they kind of. You turn around,
Yeah, he's just standing there.
and you see Riani with both
And they're both salty.
Talia and Magnus, and you see them like kind of have their arms folded and their lips out like.
They're arguing too much.
But the marker.
So much for being stealthy.
But the market! You can go to the market later.
Okay, so you see them kind of usher you to come down, and you guys stealthily make your way. Like they are stealthy enough to cover for you guys, so you don't have to do the
Yay.
stealth.
Yippee.
And they lead you towards just to the entrances of the outside stockades. You can hear there's like moaning and crying and people shivering. You can hear the chatter of teeth. You can hear people like there's a very distinct barnacle ocean smell. There's kind of rotting meat. So this looks like it's the outside to make an example of people, and it also seems to be the torture place. So as the tide comes in and it washes over the salt water kind of sits on their skin and starts eating it away. So it looks like it's pretty bad. And this is for the hardened criminals, for the non-believers, and all the one Amazon lady tells you, and she's got fairly darker skin. You can see she's pretty tanned. She's got long blonde hair. And you didn't really notice it when you guys were sitting in the tavern. And she was the one sitting at the corner. She side eyes you every now and
Is
then.
that the one with the short hair that was...
No, it was the long hair.
Jeez.
She like kind of side eyes you, just like kind of. They are very much They like their ladies
Gay.
strong. They like their ladies strong, and you are, and you guys didn't notice this until she picked the two individuals up. She's swole. Like she's not Mr. Universe, Miss Universe swole, but when she flexes, like you can see veins and you can see the muscles and you can see the ripples in the muscles. Like she's a warrior
Human
at
Hulk.
note. And you can see when she does flex, there's like scars on her arm, and it's like she didn't tell you this before because she doesn't show it often, but like scars and claws and scratch marks, and nothing on her face though. Nothing on her face. Her face it looks angelic. For someone that is as ripped and muscular as she is, she looks angelic. You notice this very much.
So I assume if she wears long sleeve shirts, she flexes, and then the short sleeve shirts.
Well, she kind of like Food Wars, Foodgasm,
Oh,
like,
no.
but without anyway.
That's like Paul and Tekken.
So you guys go forward, and she just looks at you because you came first, and she says, "Make a distraction. We're getting them out." What are you guys doing?
Wait, did everyone hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all there. All of you are there now.
So we're at the beginning
Hold on.
stockades, can we not?
Hold on. I just want to know what he's doing.
So I'll stop asking now.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
And I want to look around if there is a hole that's the size of a halfling to crawl through, perhaps.
Make a perception check. One of you can help him if you
I'm
want to.
gonna
but
help him.
You're in the corner. At this point, Neems, you see Malachi slightly start rocking back and forth, and there's this faraway look in his eye.
You've still got shackles on, don't you?
At this point, they've taken the shackles off, but Neems would know this. There's a very dense kind of barrier in here that does not allow for any kind of magic casting.
13.
You know sign.
There's like small little holes here and there, and there's enough for you to breathe. but not big enough for a halfling to crawl. Remember, you're not gnome size. Halflings are still pretty like staunch and tall, so it would take quite a big hole for you actually to go through.
The size of a human child?
Halflings are about that.
Toddler size.
Like and gnomes are about here. Like no,
Gnomes are bacon
and there's
size.
not even a hole big enough for a gnome to crawl through here.
Alright,
Anyway.
guys, I've got this. Anyone want to see?
You got this. Okay.
Anyone want to see a
Would you
wolf?
like to put her down because she's got it, but
I'm gonna be
she's
like,
still in the air.
okay. I'm gonna hold you still because you're gonna go shopping
Okay.
again.
Remember, you're not that tall. She's not that short.
No, I know.
But you kind of like you lift her up. Okay. Your feet are like kind of dangling off the floor, and I love this. I can't wait for fan art for
Wait,
this.
so
Rusty,
Yes,
Apple's got that one ritual dagger. How much damage does it normally do? It's like a
find
out.
normal
I've got two.
dagger.
you'll find out. I haven't given you anything
Wait,
yet.
I wanna
You've got
We'll find
two
out.
rituals.
Because I want to equip it.
Let me get to it.
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. I
How
want to
tall
equip
is
it.
Magnus?
I'll tell you though.
Magnus is not that tall.
Yeah, it's not tall. Like, oh yeah, I'm 177 centimeters.
So that's my
5'9".
my height.
Yeah.
So it's
No.
5'8", 5'9".
177.
You are short of 6 foot.
But
Yes.
I am 6'5".
Damn.
Yeah, okay. She's yeah. So both of you are like kind of lifted off the ground, your feet dangling like two toddlers, like. Anyway,
Okay.
Malachi's losing his mind. Okay, what are you guys doing as prep for this?
So you said distraction, right?
Distractions. What are you doing? And fireworks
So-
don't work in broad daylight, so just remember that.
Shit.
Just
Certain
remember,
fireworks-
Shit.
fireworks make noise, but they don't make pew pew
certain-
lights.
Certain fireworks.
Yeah, not in this world.
Okay.
We abide by the laws of actual
I'm
physics
thinking
here.
doing big boom fireworks.
So wait, did Talia say that out loud? Like, I'm gonna turn into a wolf.
Did you
I
say that out
said-
loud?
I said
Do
I've
Do you
got
want to?
this.
You've got
You
this.
got
okay.
this.
I don't know.
And then
I got this too as well. I'll go with the flow.
It's like the competing.
and
So-
then what I do
Yeah.
to sort of challenge him
No, okay.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay, tell me.
195.
is I turn into a giant spider.
Oh no! What? Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yes, okay. Just be reminded, you are in an alleyway right now.
Yeah.
So if you turn into a giant spider, you're going to not only squash the people in here, but yourself. So you would have to go outside into the front and
Yep.
then change into
That's
the
what
spider.
I do.
Just
Out
clarify,
of the
because we
alleyway?
don't want a death on our hands via...
Squish.
Death
Okay,
by
so
spider.
basically what I say is,
Watch this.
watch this, and then I walk into the street and turn into a giant spider
So you guys
with
see
wild
this.
shape.
She walks very confidently, and you can see as she walks out, there seems to be guards starting to come out the woodworks. Something tells you they might have been waiting for something like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rooftop building. 7. By the dockyard. 8. Around the stockade. 9, 10. 10 guards. Come on out.
I cast that presentation thing, but like it's gonna play like a little song.
Impregnation, what?
No.
Prestig.
Prestig.
Okay.
I don't know.
And this is verbal and somatic, yes?
Prestidigitation.
What?
Prestidition.
Yeah, there we go. Prestidigition.
Talia? This is
Prestidigitation.
verbal and semantic, yes?
Presti-
This spell you
Press-
cast.
It's-
Elbow form.
Wild shape.
Digestion.
Yeah,
Wild shape is,
Prestidigitation.
just so that I do this correct.
Wild shape.
Prestidigitation.
It's a bonus action.
I don't think it clarifies if it's VS.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
say.
well, for flavor, we'll say verbal and semantic, because it'll be cool that way. So you guys see, she starts speaking in a tongue that many of you have not heard, and she takes her hand, and Talia, you feel the force of life flow through you, and as you start putting your hand down, you see these twirls of butterflies and spiders and worms and a whole bunch of other creatures, but not in a physical form, in this very light white yellow form, crawl up. And as you guys see her form shrink
Big ass
giant
fuck of
spider, and you hear the hiss and the clattering of teeth. Giant tarantula spider.
Big spider.
How big
But
is the spider?
What's interesting about her is
Massive.
you guys see this as she's
Spider.
walking. There seems to be this beam of light that just sits under her claws,
Okay.
just small enough. And there's little plants and little beams of little fey creatures, anything like that. All yellow. As she stalks forward, and the guards immediately back up and draw their swords, but terrified. What do you do?
I play
I'm gonna hold him up like this so he can.
You have to step out,
Yeah.
right? So are you guys doing this? At this point, when you step out, you see Adea and a lot of the other warriors, including the 3 that were with you, rush in and start going after the guards. What are you guys doing?
I'm going for after another guy.
You 3 hear a massive commotion as you hear. It almost shakes the ground as the spider is. You don't know what's outside, but just the sudden quake. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh shit.
No.
You. Yes.
Oh,
Thought. You.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm probably gonna fall over.
I was like, why am I making one? Oh no.
Actually, no, I can reroll. Lucky.
Yes,
Ooh.
there we go.
Nice.
You got a net
Mark
one
off
now.
one of your lucks. You should be able to mark it off, unless you can only use it once a day, I think. It's one of your.
It was once a turn, I think, or something like that.
I'll tell you now. This is your class features. No.
Still that lucky.
Occasionally.
When you roll a 1 on the d20 an attack roll, ability check or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use the 1. You have to roll a natural 1.
Yeah,
And
you
then-
did.
Did you? And what did
rolled
you
a
roll
net
now?
one.
6 plus 4, 10.
Okay, you're lucky. You like kind of after the earthquake, you're like whoa, and you feel.
Was that my bowels?
And you just start
That was a
patting.
fucking good
You start
sound.
patting. Okay, no, nothing came out.
Just a,
Yeah, and you two hear this, and it's deafening actually. Malachi, you confuse it with a rumble, and then there's this very distinctive like growl, and you side eye thought, and just instinctively you pull out your dagger. And you just
I'm just gonna almost smack into the wall trying to get away from him as fast
yeah, you guys just see Neems like kind of
No.
this chair can go nice and far back.
Okay.
So, what are you guys doing?
I
There's
was-
now big time distraction. You guys in the prison start seeing multiple guards start rushing out through the door.
Okay, so I'm still in the alleyway.
Yeah.
I want to go into stealth,
Mm-hmm.
so I need to make a stealth roll.
Straight stealth.
Ah,
There's still a lot of eyes in the street for you to
Mm.
be at advantage, and it's broad daylight.
4. I'm not stealthy.
The gods
You-
are gonna smack you again.
You run straight, and as you turn the corner, whoa! Same big black guard that caught you stands in front of you.
That's racist.
And he's gonna try and grab you.
Can I do something?
You don't see this,
How far
Oh,
am I
yeah.
Hello,
from
Gabby.
Trofeo?
huh?
How far am I from Trofeo?
You see him run smack dab into this guy.
Okay, how far is he though? How many feet?
At this point it's 30 feet. It's really not far. He didn't get that
Wait,
far.
didn't you guys go like a little bit out
You
the
were the
alleyway?
last one.
She's still holding Magnus.
Yeah,
At
but
the
in
door.
the alley.
You were the last one.
You're
Yeah.
the last one, so you
So
still
you
reach
just
the
rushed
edge
past.
of
Everyone at this point has stepped out into the open.
Yeah. Okay.
So she
Me
sees.
as
So I'm
well.
still in the alley when this happened.
No, you
No.
ran
Just him.
out,
You ran
Oh.
out.
and you
Okay.
tried to turn the corner, and he was standing there.
Okay, so it's literally like right around the corner.
What's your AC?
My AC 15.
Natural 1. He tries and grabs you. He was gonna grab him. No. You dodge out the way. What do you do?
I am gonna go after him. I'm gonna go around it and I wanna punch him.
So are you grabbing Magnus along for the ride, or are you?
No,
putting him down?
I'm just gonna put Magnus.
So you run.
Holding you.
You run.
Drop him
and
on
you
his
try and
ass.
punch the guard.
Yes.
Okay. Roll for
Or,
it.
or shoulder him or whatever.
Okay. Do you want to push him to the ground, or do you want to attack him?
I want to charge him.
You want to charge and tackle him?
Yes.
Okay, make a strength check. I'll say at advantage because he won't see you coming. He's too preoccupied with that one.
You said it with advantage.
Mm-hmm. And are you raging for this?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna rage.
Okay, now, Riami, do you go into your celestial form?
For this, do you want to reveal it?
Do you go into your
How many
celestial form?
gods?
There's
Is this
There's-
basically the whole
this is-
town's
this
gods
This
now?
is now basically turning into a major brawl. So it's not
war.
blood. It just seems like people are just fighting for distraction. You see that the Amazons are kicking their ass. You do. You see them. They move at a
They've
speed.
gone. Sorry.
No, so they've come from out the woodwork because you guys were surrounded by the guards that were coming out of the woodwork. So they were already like ready for an ambush. So the guards were prepping for an ambush because they knew you guys were coming. Because too many people have seen a lot of things, and now they came to save your asses, and they are kicking ass. They are making sure that they're not killing any of the guards, but they are. It's strange to see them move, and many of you see this. You see this as well. Like, one cracks the guy with his helmet on, with an elbow, drops him. The other one kicks his sword out of his hand, just like Shawn Michaels switching music. Bam! Straight in the jaw. Flips him over. Yeah. that was literally Keon like,
Yeah.
ha, got him. Anyway, are you using your celestial form, yay or nay? Or are you just raging for this?
I'm just raging.
Okay, so in a burst of rage, you see this. As she rages, you see this green aura pulse off of her. And the guard kind of like is taken aback by it. As he turns, this green aura rushes, and it's almost like the shape of a bull that has got stone all over its skin, and it rushes, and like a bull, you run and you just tackle the ever-loving hell out of this guard. How much did you roll?
Not much. Let's say 8 with my
8.
modifier.
Oh, well, I rolled a 4. Fucking, I can't roll today.
That's why it wasn't my
Is
character.
that so?
Oh well, that's why you guys are in jail. All right, so you tackle the ever-loving hell out of this guy, and he's big. He is a big guy. He goes down like a sack of potatoes.
I could just
You-
imagine it's like around the wall. And
You-
she's coming from here. She just
You suddenly feel
Smash
this
into
very,
the wall.
you feel the strong pulse of energy, and you kind of fall to the ground just a little bit, try and catch your breath.
You committed
it was
cookie
a lot.
mistake.
Right, Shirai, what are you doing? You're just standing
It
there.
looks
Everyone's
like-
doing shit.
Have you ever seen a
You three,
child
what
get
are you doing?
clotheslined?
I assume
That's
that.
like cookie mistakes.
Is the guard still standing?
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
that's
no,
it.
no.
I'm
They
picking
fold.
that fucking
You're
lock.
picking the lock.
Are all the gods there?
The
Or
guards
they-
have rushed in. Like, not every single city guard, but in the immediate vicinity, unless someone has gone to alert the rest of the guard, you guys are currently like in this
I love
massive
how
brawl.
this is all because I guess.
Massive brawl. You can see guards
Because
coming
of
left
you.
and right, up
Oh,
and
because
down.
it was you.
There's a lot going on at the moment. So what are you guys
His fault
doing?
as well. He
You
took
do
a
it.
shit in the corner.
Not
Holy
20.
stupid.
Did you really roll that 20? And like that, the guards, again, they didn't take anything off you. Something is not right. Out of your sleeve, you slip just this little pick. And with the thought of Thought cocking himself, you, with grace and haste, click open, grab the bar, slide it, and bolt.
So that was so orgasmic. I did this a father.
You sure it wasn't a wet one? So all three
Roll-
of them in the same
Roll the
thing.
Constitution at disadvantage.
Diving.
Oh no, you see the gate
I'm in
open,
the
you
same
just run.
cell.
Yeah.
All
Wait,
three of
you
you
gone.
guys.
I'm gone.
11.
You fart. Little trail just down
Ah.
Tickling down your leg.
here. Just like, and it's a little bit ticklish. I'm like, whoa.
Can I roll to kick him in the back of his knee?
You don't know. When the gate opened, you bolted. Like instinctively, what happened? Your character's mind's just like, I'm out, and you bolted. The moment he opened, you saw him pick. You're like, please, 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 please. The moment you heard the click and the slide, you were out.
IT 1000. That
Yeah, you literally, you two were out. You're still standing there like, oh! And you go out to investigate for
Waddling.
curiosity's sake. Right, all of you in the street, busy brawling. We'll pick that up next week.
No!
No.
Next time.
We'll pick it up next
I was
next
still
time.
standing on the side of the
I
alley.
was gonna say next week, but
Next
no, sorry, that's a critical role
Next-
thing.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching. You guys will have to tune in to the next episode to see what these nerds get up to. This is not what I had planned. So, people cutting themselves and getting arrested.
Fucking.
Spiders.
Horrible, horrible. I hate it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Please check out the rest of the series if you haven't caught up. There's a lot of it over on the YouTube channel. And yeah, let's get to 500 subscribers so I can give you guys some dice. Until next time, take care of yourselves and don't piss off your DM.
If you were gonna cast like a song, I would have held you up and
I was
like
about
the
to.
boom box.
It's like the
about
little stitch where he puts his finger on the record.
You can't cast songs, you're not a bard, baby.
Oh no, I can. It says sensory effects. I can do
Sensory
faint
effects.
musical notes.
Yeah, but faint musical. Not
Like,
mega musical.
It would be funny though. What's your busy boom box?
If you had thaumaturgy, you could have done something.
I'm telling you,
Thaumaturgy.
I'm telling you, just keep on.
Or you can make your
The guy
sound
has like